All right, what's up, y'all? What's up?
Screen, tap the screen. Let's get started. Tap the screen. So we got Sir Eagle, AB. So tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. It's all online. Okay, see people on live. What it is, what it is. I let people know I'm live on Discord and TikTok. Not TikTok, Instagram. Not Twitter, Instagram, Twitter. All right. Discord and Twitter. I'm live. What's up, y'all? Like, tap the screen, tap the screen. Like the live. All right. Um, Let me reload the profile. Business Queen. What's up? What's up, Prin? The end is nigh. What's up? What's up, everybody else? Like the live, tap the screen. Wado, Wado, what's up? Like the live. Thank you. I think I was shadow banned when I first did this live. Uh, some comments are filtered. No one should celebrate Juneteenth. Why shouldn't nobody celebrate Juneteenth? Come up here, user. Like, why shouldn't anybody celebrate Juneteenth?
Their slaves out of slavery in time. So we're going to celebrate this day to acknowledge that slaves were kept in slavery longer than anticipated. It seems like another dumb American holiday, but I'm cool
Where are you
to have
from,
that
user?
off. I'm
Where are
from
you from?
Southeast Missouri.
Southeast Missouri. Where your parents from?
Southeast Missouri. We're all from, and my
What's your
family,
ethnicity?
black.
Black. Where your grandparents from?
Mississippi, Tennessee.
Mississippi and Tennessee. Do you know where Juneteenth started at?
Do you know why they started Juneteenth?
Where your Mississippi and Tennessee? Do you know
Started Juneteenth. No
my
matter where it
question?
started,
Yes it does.
it
Yes it
really
does.
doesn't. You
Yes it
asked my
does.
opinion, I provided it. I'm not going to
Yes
argue
it
with
yes. Hold
you.
on. Like, dude, do you tell me where Juneteenth started at? Who first started the celebration? Tell me. Talking about no one should celebrate. It started in Galveston, Texas. It was a Texas holiday. Now it became some national shit. You're telling me folks in Texas don't get to celebrate their freedom and their people? Like y'all so tone deaf. Y'all so tone deaf and insensitive and shit like that. Yo, some folks they shouldn't celebrate history. They history. We got all these goddamn motherfuckers that ain't participating in shit celebrating Confederate soldiers. Why the fuck you celebrate a Confederate soldier? Your ass just got here in the 1900s. How you celebrate the 4th of July for? Pre 1776 shit. You wasn't even here 1776. What's up? Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Universal Love.
we don't have no rules here over us. We govern ourselves. You know, it's sad how they be talking up here. It's disgusting.
How the hell is celebrating people being emancipated ignorance?
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? Y'all just be fucking yapping. You're not from America. I'm convinced you're not from America. Because who the hell talk like that? That's from here. Couldn't even tell me why folks are celebrating it. Like where it started at. But for folks to celebrate ignorance. Like, come on, dude.
Attaching themselves to everything we do over here. Everything we do. They attach themselves. Try to attach themselves.
Yeah. Are you here legally? I'm here legally. What the fuck you talking about? Like who said that? Why not? You say, Greg, if you don't like, are you from America? Why not include South Americans? Because it's a Texas holiday. What are we talking about? It's a Texas holiday. Show you some paperwork that you show me some paperwork. Like you're in my live stream. You don't get the question where I'm from. I accept them to I expect them to celebrate our holidays. If African Americans were living in Jamaica, this shouldn't even be a national holiday. If you don't like the rules, man, I'm about to mute your ass. Like you spamming the same shit. Like muted. So why mention Caribbeans? Dude, I'm asking the people of Texas. Because if you have you not seen Juneteenth flyers, them having Pan African colors, and that's not the colors of the goddamn holiday. Like, like do y'all be knowing what's going on? Y'all keep up to date with everything else. Y'all, y'all know the bottom of the feet of every goddamn celebrity you talk about. But y'all can't see what's going on within amongst regular folks. Are you for or against Juneteenth? Did I say am I for or against Juneteenth? It's a Texas holiday. Let them have their goddamn holiday. That's what I'm for. And if people of Texas are fine with people celebrating their holiday, then fine. I don't believe it should be a national holiday, no. Or a federal holiday, whatever you want to say. What's up, Tyrod? What's up, Lo? Love? I'm for it. I don't live in Texas. You ain't got to say. If you ain't got to say, honestly. I don't have a say in this. If you want to be technical, folks want to talk about it though. Juneteenth's coming up. But yeah, and the last time I had this live, it was Shadow Band. What's up? But specific, yeah, I think Black Americans celebrate, but specifically tech. I'm in the greens, but like I said before, like that ain't my folk. You know, Maryland's emancipation was in 1864, so that's a year before Juneteenth, and I think it was like November or something. I think it was in November. Don't quote me. What's up, Edith?
How are you, David?
Oh, you sound disgusting right now.
Oh no, let me come back. I'm gonna come back, okay?
As for I'm concerned, the last few, yeah, the people in Texas, the last few group of people to find out that There is an emancipation. Yes. Endosphere. Let me see. Go. Do I have anything else? Wait, anybody can come up. Feel free to grab a mic. Hello?
Do I sound better?
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Okay. Didn't like Caribbean say that we shouldn't be celebrating Carnival though? Like, didn't they say that? Like, I think that was like a couple years ago. It's like it was going around that Caribbeans was saying that they didn't want Black Americans celebrating their carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is so what is going on this year? I don't understand. Yeah, Greg, it's like it was going around like they was saying like, oh well, I don't like they should be celebrating Carnival, and it's just like I don't understand 2025. I'm trying to, and I'm trying to go with the flow of it, but it feels like everybody's confused and like going back and forth. It's like, okay, so y'all don't want us to celebrate Carnival with y'all, but y'all going back and forth with us over Juneteenth. I think that they're just uneducated about us in the end, and they're just loud and wrong. I've never seen this amount of
What's up, yeah?
been going around in the diaspora. I never have.
Confused youngsters taught by clear people. Who's taught by who? What? Come up here, Lamont. Talk about clear people about what?
Is he talking about me?
Is he talking? Talk about clear people about what? Like, what y'all be getting at? Like, what you supposed to be getting at? What's up with Shot? Where y'all be getting at? Any Texans in here? Any Texans in here? Where are the Texans at? Or people that got ties to Texas? Where are they at? Where are the Texans at? You're not indigenous here. My people are committed identity. You are, man, shut y'all asses up. Hey, the BI, tell the BIA to hit me up. How about that, Butterfly Life? Tell the BIA to hit me up personally, since y'all reporting folks to the BIA. Since y'all reporting folks to the BIA, tell them to hit me up personally. I got some things to say.
Do you know
What's up, CR?
Do you know Salagi Kiki came on my post yesterday? And I literally was like, lady, please leave me alone. You don't know me. Please leave me alone, ma'am. I don't think I'm the one that you want to try.
I ain't nobody worried about her. She got me blocked. I could care less about her existence.
Yeah, like I straight up told her, like, lady, listen, you don't want the problems that I want. Like, you don't want it.
Kyle Wallace, the Caribbeans and Africans contribute to the African American struggle. I don't know. I don't know what African Americans are. So I don't know what an African American is. So did they? What's up, OG?
Why can't they observe it the same way that we observe their culture? Like, celebrate. Why not just observe it and like give it a respectful nod and like pay homage to it in a respectful way? We do that to a lot of their cultures, to their ways. I mean, you don't even see Black Americans really trying to stick their hand into their culture like that. We're typically just being respectful and saying, yeah, like, y'all have fun. I don't know. I don't see why they can't do the same with us.
I don't know. Let me see who else wants to come up here. We got Bandit. What's up? Oh no, they don't want to come up here. Never mind. Does anybody want to come up here and actually speak? All right, you got a flash go. All right. Does anybody want to come up here and actually speak? Anybody? But yeah, like I said before, I ain't got no lineage to that Galveston or Texas, so I usually mind my business with this conversation. But yeah, Juneteenth is coming up, so and there's a lot of people that not liking what has been transpiring over the years with this whole Juneteenth thing and people in their celebration. Why shouldn't everyone celebrate it? Why shouldn't everyone celebrate it? Ask the people, because it's not supposed to be a federal holiday. It's not supposed to be a federal holiday. I will say that it's not supposed to be a federal holiday. It's something the government made up for a cash grab. Well, not made up, but turned into a cash grab. Government turned it into a cash grab. It started out as a local celebration. So if you ask me, I shouldn't even be celebrating it because I ain't got no ties to it. I'll be fair across the board. I don't celebrate it because it has nothing to do with my ancestors. Respect to those who are, but not my folks for sure. That's how I feel. And like yeah, folks, but here we are. Now you got people doing all types of things with like the wrong colors. Like the colors for the Juneteenth flag is red, white, and blue. But you got Pan African spicing it up, making it red, black, and green. So why shouldn't it be celebrated? I'm confused. What's the show about? Why shouldn't it? I'm like, bro, I'm giving the floor to all the Texans, the people that actually have lineage to Juneteenth to go talk about Juneteenth. Like read the goddamn room. I explain what I'm doing. They try to Pan Africanize everything Black American for sure. That is true.
Because why go out of your way to disrespect Black Americans, but then try to celebrate our holidays? That don't make no sense. That makes no sense.
I never knew there were colors for Juneteenth. It's a red, white, and blue flag. It's a red, white, and blue flag. But yeah, you have that. Never knew there. But there you have it. Like where everybody at? It's a draw. Somebody request up. There you go. Jacoya Alexis. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm alright. You
I'm good.
disrespecting Black Americans, a lot of folks. What you got for the title?
Should Africans and Caribbeans celebrate Juneteenth? As someone with an African American mother and a Jamaican father, I genuinely do not see the problem with other groups within the Black diaspora, like celebrating Juneteenth, in solidarity with Black Americans. Like, do I think that other ethnic groups should be centered in Juneteenth? Not necessarily, but I don't see the issue in different parts of the diaspora coming together to celebrate Black success wherever it manifests. Or I don't want to necessarily say Black success, but Black liberation wherever it manifests.
You said in the 70s, Juneteenth was mainly celebrated by older generations, huh? See?
Not necessarily. So I grew up in Texas. Like I was born in Texas. I lived in Texas my whole life. I'm 23 years old. I've celebrated Juneteenth my entire life. For context, I'm from Austin, Texas. There's always like a citywide celebration, especially within the native Black community in Austin, Texas, because we do exist. And so it's always been a big community thing, and it's always been heavily celebrated, but it's a holiday that's specific to Texas. Like, it's not a holiday that is specific to anywhere else in the US. Like, so when it became a federal holiday, there were a lot of Black Americans in different parts of the country who were like, what? Juneteenth? Like, what is that? Like, but I don't think that's necessarily something that should be attributed to just older generations.
So that's what it's called. I'm sure they live in Texas too. But let's see. CT, are you from Texas? Yeah, Houston Connect. Texans Day. It's Texas Day. Anybody else want to come up? Houston, Texas, not American. So a few years ago. All right. Oh, my bad. Did anybody else want to come up? Or anybody else want to add anything on the panel? So awesome. The 70s generation considered insulting to celebrate. Oh wow. That's interesting. You want to come up here, Houston? Connect? CT? Oh, he ain't got his thing going. You want to come up here? What's up, Winston? Dude, what is it? A Texas holiday? Like, folks have said it. There's nothing wrong celebrating it. Just respect it and don't change the meaning of it. I agree. Can't in a public space. All right, cool. That's fine. What's up, Charlene? I'm probably about to change the topic. I'm not gonna lie. What's that? Ain't nothing. Oh, there goes CR. What's up? Oh, never mind. Folks want to come through. We're not about to change this shit. What's up, CR?
What's
Oh,
poppin',
now,
boy?
what's up? What's up, Santana? All right, y'all. I'll keep the topic. As soon as I left the stage, everybody will come up now. What's up? What's going on, Santana? What's your thoughts?
My bad. Yeah, man. Should they celebrate it? No. Should they pay homage and watch it? Come on now. Come on, get out the street, dude. Yeah, they should observe. Just like how Michael B. Jordan couldn't take Juvert and turn that into a brand. And they wanted him to respect that culture and that tradition. It needs to be reciprocal. Don't nobody need to be trying to come sell some shit that ain't the right colors, arguing with us about the history when they don't know it, or what the real colors of this sad holiday is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm with you on that type of time too, Darby. Like, I'm from Louisiana. My folks, I don't have nobody that was in Galveston or in Texas when this holiday came about, you know what I'm saying, as a tradition that those folks still carry to this day. But my people still celebrated it to pay, you know what I'm saying, to pay homage and respect to those that just found out about it.
Right.
So we, even with us being, you know what I'm saying, across the country and celebrating it, you know what I'm saying, we still was paying respect. We wasn't out here trying to do some extra shit or not know the history of it. You know what I'm saying? Just I just see a bunch of black people out here. I'm about to go out here and set me up a little taco stand. Nah, that ain't what the fuck we doing. We actually are tapped in with the culture, the history of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a shared legacy that we was all taught to believe. You know what I'm saying? That happened to all our people. But as we get to doing our genealogy and realizing that everybody's story is different, but we still pay that respects to our brothers and sisters that went through that.
Right, for sure. For sure. I'm in agreement. Well, yeah, what's up, Santana? What you got?
I ain't nothing, bro. I'm just here to learn, man, because I don't have too much information about my family lineage and none of that stuff like that. So I'm just here to learn, man.
All right, for sure. Are you from Texas?
Nah, bro, I'm from Baltimore, nigga. That's why I fuck with you.
Are you from Baltimore? What part?
Out the Grove, West Side, all day.
Oh, you from Poplar Grove. All right. So we got 1% African. This man. Hey, anybody else feel free to come up? If not, I'm gonna change the topic. For real this time. Yeah, they should have a parade. Oh, bruh. You saying they should have a parade, a Juneteenth parade? You wanna come up, Zimba? I get any followers. No, no new followers. School is out. What's up, Winston? You got anything for us? Yo, what's
Hello.
up, Winston? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I just got a quick question. I'm about to have a family reunion, and I'm linking up with my grandma's side. Is there any like questions I can ask according to like genealogy, like certain questions to find out more? Do you have anything that I should ask?
Just asking about like they parents and stuff like that, like your elders, like their parents, their traditions and things.
Traditions.
Yeah, it's like their traditions and if they know who this ancestor is and what they know about them, type shit. So
Okay. All right. I appreciate it, Darby.
for sure. Yeah, I'm about to change the topic. Just to get people in here. Let me or people actually want to engage, I guess. Yeah, I was about to say, the folks that actually want to talk about the shit ain't even in here, so. I'm like, but yeah. What's up? They do have parades. What's up? We got 1% African in here. What's up, Pace? Not Pace, ungreeted. What's up? Not much, just chopping it up. All right, new different day.
That's fine.
Nah, but yeah, I had changed the topic because wasn't many people engaging on the Juneteenth topic. So should Black Americans stop claiming to be indigenous?
Nah, I don't think so. I think more of us should.
For sure. I'm in agreement. More of us should.
26 people to engage with her so she can reach her next milestone, chat. She's there for a good time, not a long time. Marissa J, was that a 1K gift you just sent or 2K? Hey, Marie, give her a full minute up there. I think she sent me a 2K gift and I didn't mark it.
Guys, what song should we play? I have a notion.
I don't have any.
Dude, come on. All right, we're back. All right, cool. Back in it. Yeah, we back in the thing. Y'all already know how to go. Maybe should I change the layout, the display? Should I change the display maybe? No. Let me change the grid. Saying y'all can't even see the title no more. Switch. All right, cool. Yeah. Not true, Tong. It's a celebration of ancestors. Uh-oh. What's up? What's up, left footed? What's going on? Anyone can celebrate any holiday. This and that. What's up? Anybody can come up. Request up. Request up. Yeah, all right, we got Santana up here for sure. What's up, Frenchie? What's good? What's good? Oh, CEO, shout out to Left Footed.
Hey, what's going on, David? Are they doing the right? Are they doing like the protests down there for the ice joints, like they doing everywhere crazy in Baltimore? Cause I'm not there no more. I'm not in Baltimore no more.
I don't know. I would have seen it by now. If they were, I would have seen it by now.
Yeah,
Waiting on that app. I mean, I got a for the app. I have a demo available. I'm selecting a few people to partake in. So I have a demo available. Y'all can check out the app here. What does your background say? All right, let me change the grid then again, right? All right. Settings 8. Change. All right, cool. Now I should be able to see it. Y'all should be able to see it now, right? But yeah, I'm not, because I live near where they were having protests at. So, oh boy. What does your background say? But yeah, the background is set up. Anybody can come through. All right, cool. What's up? Who's Bobby Cash? What's up?
What's up with you, man? I got tagged in here. I'm pretty sure I know who it was. It was from some other natives I know. But to get to the point about your background, like the backdrop, I think that a lot of people should, who identify as Black, stop claiming to be indigenous, because it's only a handful of us actually Afro-Indigenous people, and we still live in these areas.
So where is you talking about? Where are you from?
I'm from Mother's Heart in Tuskegee, North Carolina.
Okay, to Tuskegee, North Carolina. How long your folks been there?
We've been here since forever, like marriage certificates, everything. Like that's my home. Like,
all right, cool. How many Africans have you found in your family?
I'm half and half. I'm Afro-Indigenous. I got half Africans. I got Europeans in my family too. I come from a big group of Melungeons.
So you have a parent that's African?
Yeah, I have a parent that's African, and I have a parent that's both, all three. That's what Melungeons are.
Yeah, Melungeon. So what's the African in your Melungeon side?
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. What year did they get to North Carolina?
What year did Sierra Leone's get to North Carolina? And my people was free.
In your family.
It was before 1911. To be accurate, to have an accurate date, I don't have an accurate date. But we had like everything before 1911 and stuff like that.
So you don't have an accurate date. So how do you know they came from Sierra Leone?
The records of their birth certificates, delayed birth certificates, and things like that.
So it says Sierra Leone on their birth certificate.
They don't have no race on their birth certificate.
So how you know they're African?
Because that's what an area consists of. That's where the town Rutherford got its name from people
from an African.
Descent. Say it again.
They got his name from Africans.
No, he got his name from his side of his family. That heritage.
What's the surname?
What you mean? What's the surname? Which side?
Of that person from Sierra Leone. What's their surname? What's the last name they were given?
Cash, which is our European name.
Cash, which is a European name. So what coast from Sierra Leone did they get off? Who rounded them up? Who's the person that went to Sierra Leone and took them?
Nobody rounded them up. Where I'm from, people were free and enslaved. There was no such thing as just.
So you're a Melungeon, right? That means you got Portuguese admixture, don't you?
Not Portuguese. We got European Irish admixture.
European Irish admixture. Are you related to the Goins?
No, I'm only related to the Davisons, the Logans, and people like that.
Davis's so I'm kind of confused. How do you know they're from Sierra Leone, but you don't have any records showing that they're from Sierra Leone?
I didn't say I didn't have any records. I said the day that they got here, I don't know that day, but I do know the year that most of the people been here.
Okay. So yeah, you're saying we should stop claiming to be indigenous. I think you should stop claiming to be an African if you don't know where your African family came from.
I didn't say I didn't know. I just said I don't know what day they exactly arrived. That would be a lie to know exactly the day they arrived.
Shit, they do. What do you think 1619 is?
Nah, 1619 was the start of a few other people, not everybody.
So why? So John Punch, Zort Mozingo. They have times of when they got here. They have records of when they got here. Zort Mozingo.
Everybody don't have records.
John Punch, Zort Mozingo. These are Africans.
But they're not everybody's Africans. They're not all the same people.
Yeah, exactly. They've recorded Africans coming over here. Like, let's not act like they didn't record Africans coming over here.
Enslaved Africans, people who were free to have to walk amongst themselves.
Enslaved Africans, were Africans the only people enslaved?
No, Nordic, Irish, and Slavic women were too in man.
Okay, cool. So we got records about for them, right?
Records? If they were free, no. If they were enslaved, yeah.
So it's a new day, another day. Someone's telling people how they should identify, right? But they can't show them. No. You're saying Black Americans should stop being indigenous because you got actual Afro-Indigenous people, but you can't name the Afro part of you.
I did name the Afro part of me. I named the indigenous part.
What year did they get here? What year did they get here, Bobby Cash?
Nobody kept a record on what year they actually got
so
here.
They ain't had no record of no fucking African coming over here, right? All of a sudden, you know the records of your indigenous side, you know the records of your European side, but the people that had a business of trading Africans didn't keep records of they fucking Africans.
No, it's more easier to go look up how my town got its name, and it'll give you how many enslaved and free people were roaming around.
Enslaved and free people, right? You know they did a census, right? A census interview with a Senate man. He said most of the free people of color in that area, specifically Robeson County, were of Portuguese and Indian descent.
That's Robeson. I'm from Rutherfordton. I'm from Mother's Heart.
Mother's Heart, Rutherford. That right. So we got folks from North Carolina. What's up, Reese?
What part of North Carolina? I'd like to know.
Go ahead, Reese. You got it. You from North Carolina?
What y'all hollering about, man?
He said, so he's saying that Black Americans need to stop saying that they're indigenous because it's insulting to actual Afro-Indigenous people. But he's from North Carolina. He's from Mother's Heart, and he's saying the history about that and things like that. But he said natives tagged him in here. Like, what natives tag you in his life gonna stop? Nothing.
It's not
I don't know why they tagging you in this goddamn life. They ain't gonna stop shit.
No, nobody's coming to try to stop nothing. We just
you're just a token Negro to them. Like, that's all.
I wouldn't say I was a token Negro.
Yes, they picked you to come into live to talk to me to try to convince me this.
Hold on, let me.
That's some token ass shit.
What's going on? You say you from where in the cat, man?
I'm from Tuskegee. I'm right beside Shelby, Rutherford County, North Carolina.
You right beside Shelby. Okay. Where your folks from?
They from that area. They from Mother's Heart, known as Cherokee, Tuskegee.
All right, so with that said, they out near Cherokee County, for sure.
Yeah, the whole thing, 864 to 828.
They right beside Cherokee County. They on the borderline of Cherokee County, for sure.
No, we're not on the borderline. We're in Mother's Heart, like born and raised inside the land.
You in Mother's Heart in Cherokee County.
Yeah.
So with that said, right, your family ain't been nowhere else outside of there?
You gotta depend on which part you're talking about. This is just one half. The other half come from Seminole, Florida.
So have y'all always called Mother's Heart home?
Yeah, no other place but one side.
Okay, so with that said, what makes you disconnected from Mother's Heart?
Nothing makes me disconnected.
All right, so how are you disconnecting with the conversation?
I'm not disconnecting. I'm just wondering what makes everybody Afro-Indigenous all of a sudden when we haven't
Ain't
seen
nobody saying they Afro-Indigenous. We ain't never heard that shit growing up.
Who is we?
We
We know it to
Indians.
be
We Indians. We
Afro-Indigenous.
big Indians here.
That's
What,
facts.
what's an Indian?
Some of us that share genealogy, like me and daughter.
Hey, could I say
Like,
something though? Can I say something to the brother if he don't mind, host?
Yeah, good, sure.
what's up?
You ever heard of Frederick Douglass?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Pompeii Factor?
I'm just asking you a question, brother. I tell you, I answer your question after you answer mine.
Respect it.
Okay. You heard of Frederick Douglass, right?
Yeah.
What is Frederick Douglass' nationality to you?
He identifies as a black man.
He identifies as a black man, but you know his actual nationality.
From what I know, he only claims to be black.
Okay. I know him to be as mixed, right? Because he's part of a tribe that's here now. It's a lot of them based here in Chicago.
Yeah,
and I would like for you to look them up. He's part white, right? And he's part Bailey tribe. Now the Bailey tribe are a tribe of Indians. Now they call them black or colored because of that Bailey side, which is colored folks. Now this is actual facts. You can look up the Baileys. A lot of them are mixed with white tea, and he tells you I'm a mixed breed, but I am of what they would call Negro descent. He's part. This proves the point. The Bailey tribe, you can teak up and look it up, are Indians in America. The Bailey tribe. Your leaders. This is his actual nationality. Bailey tribe and white. So if he's a Bailey tribe Indian and he walking around with a fucking nappy fro looking like us, and the only reason that he's black is because his Bailey tribe side, what are we talking? What are we saying?
Are you talking about the Wendy tribe?
No. Look at if the host is on the computer, please look up the Bailey tribe.
Bailey tribe, man.
That's a tribe of Indians.
Oh, I thought you were talking
And
about-
he's mixed with white. So they're Bailey tribe and white. Their tribe of Indian background is not African. He's always said that the American colonization talk is a horrible talk to emancipate and move the N-word out of the country because this is their home and this is where they always been. They call him black like they call everybody else of my people and descent, no matter the color, just the genetics. They're black, right? He's Bailey tribe and white. So his black side is the Bailey tribe, which is the Indian tribe. This is well documented. You can just look it up. You can Google the shit. They'll tell you who the Bailey tribe is. They're a mixed breed of basically Indians and white people. And the Indian side is a black side, quote unquote, whatever this black shit is. So he's not Afro. So if you can't prove to me, like, damn, this man is a mixed Indian and white. There is no black in between. There is no African American. There's no African. There's none of that. He's Bailey tribe, which is a tribe of Indians and white. And they call him a black man. That's all you have to do. When you prove to me that part right there, and then I tell you, hey, my grandma ain't from Mississippi, where the streets are named after us in Columbus, Mississippi, the Browns. And the streets are named after us in Hattiesburg. And this is where we've been. Right outside of Hattiesburg in Columbus, Mississippi. We know no other land. We've been there. We eat the dirt. We take a spoon out in the backyard, flip the dirt over, eat the dirt. This is what we from.
Nah, stop lying, bro.
That nigga grandma's name is literally Betsy Bailey.
You talking about stop lying?
My grandma name on the street sign. My grandma name literally on the street sign.
Bro,
All you gotta do is look up the Brown Street in Columbia, Mississippi. Just look it up.
I'm reading it right now.
It's
It
the
says
same
grandma
town
named
I'm saying
Betsy Bailey, and she was an Indian. Dirt, bro. Boy, you must not be from the South or something. You don't know what red clay is?
That shit crazy. That's one thing just to think about too. Cause when you see that, right? Like my grandma name on the street sign. You feel me?
That's a fact. I know that to be true.
And the street where it's at, right, was where Cornwallis first experienced guerrilla warfare. You know what I'm saying? And that's going down, Batersford Road. It's called Catherine Simmons and Batersford Road. That's my grandma. And
I believe it.
That's how the Hornets got their name, because Cornwallis. So it's like oh, don't send no more of my men to Charlotte Mecklenburg. It's a hornet's nest. You know what I'm saying? Because they was getting stuck. You feel me? So just the freedom, right? And especially dealing with Frederick Douglass. Y'all, it's a book one of my folks wrote back in the day called The Men of Mark. Y'all can Google the book called The Men of Mark by William Simmons. Frederick Douglass is the first man listed. Tell me why under his little information and shit, they got him listed as the first U.S. citizen.
Man, y'all ever heard of the Windy tribe?
This book was written back in the 1900s, like early 1900s.
Hey, y'all ever heard of the Windy tribe?
The Windy tribe? Where?
Yeah, the Windy tribe.
Where?
You said where?
Yeah, where is it?
Like down south type stuff.
Were they tribes or were they nations? Because tribe is a racist white man term.
Tribe just means family.
The tribe means that you're primitive, you're less than human, you're less than what the Europeans they had nations.
You going too far. Tribe means
I hear the
family.
word tribe a lot.
Tribe means
It's a white
family.
man's
It don't
word.
mean none of that you talking about.
He invented that.
Bro, you just went off the nook.
Hey, David, what this is? Cause this is the Accomack Indian website.
Oh yeah, how American Indians became Negroes.
So when the Accomack Indians put out this website, right, and they were letting people know that they were the dark-skinned people and the first slaves in the Virginias. This is the 1610, 1614 wars with the Anglos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would they map these people out and draw these people in prediction with afros if they wasn't them?
Right. That's one of my tribes.
In those 1610, bro.
And
One
no
Africans here.
no such thing
Bro,
as
let me finish real quick. Let me finish.
Let him finish.
When no Africans or Afro people supposed to have been in the Virginias before 1619. Is that not the history?
Right. Yeah.
So
No,
how
they were
do the
already here.
Afro Indian?
They were already
Okay,
here.
cool. So when people say that, oh, us in Virginia got reclassified, woot, and our families moved to Alabama or moved to Georgia and moved to Florida and moved to the different Carolinas, so they never went back to get their reclassification done in court cases, bro. But there's thousands of court cases between Maryland and Virginia, between East Indies and people from the Americas and West Indies who fought for their freedom and got it. Now, if your Indian ancestor was a slave, then of course you wasn't gonna get your freedom and you was gonna stay under the category of Negro. But before people keep going around saying like, oh, these people just be pulling up stuff on the internet, bro, this is their actual website of them being a part of the Powhatan Confederacy. You can click this button right here, bam, and it says history. History, okay, 5 years a slave, the big 1619 lie. How about we just go and look at that real quick?
Who made
Since
that
the
website?
Accomack Indians ain't getting enough respect for their own. This is their website, fam. This is the Accomack Indian website.
The Accomack, their tribe in Virginia.
I don't know, man. I'm trusting the websites. I gotta look into that. Even though I'm not against nothing they saying, I just know that it's so easy to make a website. I've been around for like 6 years.
Well, they're a legit tribe.
Like I'm not even gonna go off the websites. I'm just gonna go up off.
Yeah, I don't really want to mess with the website.
I respect.
I mean, you could speak to the chiefess, like she's literally on that.
Yeah, who is it?
Chiefess Lyron Sippers.
Do you not see they tribal emblem right there? This is a .org.
Bro, my name's Trav Beers. I've been around with this shit since the internet and started putting this shit out. Like I know people make the websites, they make the flags. I've been around. I know. That's
an actual Virginia flag of the Powhatan.
Hey, I'm just not trying to get mixed up in people who are one identity claiming another. I'm not here to tell you not to claim it, but it's not hard to come out here where we live at since 2019.
I mean, until folks are strong in their genealogy, I ain't trying to hear shit from nobody that can't name where they Africans ancestors came here.
And Bobby, you can't really and to the point where you give me where somebody culture is as strong as ours. We invented everything in this country, as far as the medicine, as far as everything in this country, we invented. Go get somebody that's stronger in this country. Right now, everybody even asking for our help. Why?
Ain't nobody asked me for no help, so I don't know what that means.
Mexicans ain't asking us for help.
I don't know who us is. I wasn't
Yeah,
raised
the Negro, the color people in America.
Being Melungeon, I wasn't raised by a race. Like I don't have a race on my birth certificate. I don't have a race on my social security. I don't have a race.
Yeah, my grandma do though. My great grandma do. When they was putting race on birth certificates, she's known as color. And if we look at the Racial Integrity Act, it tells you that the people that was Indians were colored. We got to look at history. We got to look at how
that's not how the treaty goes. The Racial Integrity Act doesn't really stand like that.
The Racial Integrity Act, I read it verbatim. I've been around. You got to Google me, and you will know I got it verbatim. I read it verbatim. I went to the archives. I know it verbatim.
But in 2019, that treaty was broken, and all the freedmen got to come home.
No. See, what you got to understand is, and this is what you got to understand, is the reason you don't have your nationality or who you is. First of all, they reclassified you, and you couldn't get back classified because they made this thing called the Dawes Rolls. Now, a lot of people know the Dawes Rolls because
I haven't been
okay. Some people got on the Dawes Rolls that was able to get on the Dawes Rolls, but they got this thing called the Dawes Rolls Committee, right? And the Dawes Rolls Committee is made up of a bunch of YT men and one Asian man. So they were the ones after reclassified and stealing the land from people and gave the history to a bunch of circus people, right? A bunch of circus people that you call Native American, and their history and everything is straight out the circus, right? I can look up every Native American chief and be like, damn, this chief was in the circus, the Pawnee Circus, the Wild Bill Circus. These are circus people. From all the history that they got is out the circus, but the straight travesties, atrocities and everything you actually been through. I can see your people getting fed to alligators. I can see the Negro people getting their hair taken out and put in the cushions in the seat. I can see them taking your face off and using it for skin on the jackets. I can see them tying you up to trees. I can see them burning down your towns. I can see them stealing from you. I can see them enslaving you. I can see you running from something that they brought like slavery on this land. I can see you building this land. I can see you making the medicines. I can see you inventing the air conditioning from the washing machine and everything that the world uses. But I can't see Africans do it, but I see you doing it. I see you. If I go in America, I see Negroes in America like I would see Africans in Africa. I would see Africans in America, but I would never see them how I go to Africa. I see them because that's where they from. When I come to America, I see niggas. I might see a couple of niggas in Europe. I might see a couple of them in Africa, but I would never go a place and see Negroes like I see them in America because that's where they from. I might see Europeans everywhere. I might go to America. Oh, that's some Europeans sprinkled here. It's some in Australia, some, but I would never go to Europe by Caucasus Mountain and I would see all of them because that's where they from. When you dealing with this shit, you done been so tricked with a book and everything and Pan-Africanism that started in the 1920s, you got to start paying attention and using at least the common sense, right? They'll run up here, oh, the trans-Pacific slave trade, Africans. Do they ever tell you about the trans-Pacific, not the transatlantic? Do they ever tell you about the trans-Pacific slave trade? Do they ever tell you about all of the Caucasus Mountain and what Mexicans are today and them ethnic cleansing off all the people that was in Mexico and repopulating Mexico? And we sit up here talking about, yeah, they was Mayans. They're Asians and Spaniards. Do they tell you about the Manila Gala, the boat that they came on? Do they tell you about the trans-Pacific slave trade, how Spaniards brought Asians into the Americas? Do they tell you about the Chinese Underground Railroad? Have you ever heard of that? No, you don't hear that because Black America was made in the circus and entertainment by Nate Salisbury and Pawnee Bill. And their mission statement was to exclude Asians and whites from the slave story and make it all about Black people. See, but you got to read books and you got to use your mind to have it. I've been around a long time. I understand the game. I understand the fake flags that they make. I understand all of this bullshit that people are doing. I understand what a native is, the reservation. The position of non-Americans. A native is born to the land. I'm a native Chicagoan, even though my history is from Mississippi, Alabama, and my people, original people, is from there. But I'm a native Chicagoan. You are a native to wherever you live because that's where you were born. And they got naturalized as natives. Everybody got naturalization. You're naturalized as colored, not African American. You're told you're African American. You're told you're Black. But if we go to naturalization, when the 14th Amendment came around, you're colored. You're colored.
Man, that's not true. That's not true.
Yes.
The
That is true.
Nationalization Act of 1693, it said that this newfound country is for white men, white women, and for white
Get the
immigrants
likes up, y'all.
only.
What is
Let's get the
everybody
let's get the
nationalized as?
hold on, let's get the
Stayed in their
5,000 likes, y'all.
Nationalization Act until 1952.
Okay, but you're not telling me. So what
Come
are we
on, man. And they
naturalized as,
removed
sir?
it. Come
Sir,
on, my
what
man.
are we naturalized as?
But man, if we Indians, I want
Sir,
to know this. Changing
what are
your
we
identity,
naturalized? No.
does that
You
give
made
us
us. You
Can
made us
economic
can
base in
y'all
this country?
relax, yo? Like, relax. I would clear the stage. Relax. One mic at a time. Relax.
I mean,
What
if we
are we
let's say from
naturalized
tomorrow
as?
morning we all woke up and we were Indians, everybody.
Wait, answer this.
Will
All
that
right.
give
Can
us
y'all
an economic base in America?
this will be a yes. Why do y'all that? Like, that's why I say y'all keep coming off the goddamn mic. I will clear the stage. Like, let people finish. This ain't a fucking circus.
I'm gonna speak with it. I'm not trying to sound rude or anything. I'm about to be more encouraging than anything. They didn't send me over here to try to tell you to stop doing anything. We just want y'all to know if these things you say are true, then you can come out to like the reses where we live and any other res.
Why the fuck would I come out to the goddamn Apache res and the Powhatan, dude? Like, no. Stop, like, no, any goddamn, like, no, like, yo, these are the same people that are threatening to sue people. And I'm telling them, tell the BIA to call me personally.
That's not how it works.
Like, exactly. So y'all making claims that y'all don't, like, if I ask you to name 10 things about the Powhatan, can you do that right now?
I could actually start with the first set of 20 slaves that came here who actually was given to them and had their own villages given to them. And they were the first people who helped create the triracial race of Melungeons. They also helped with the Bennett Rebellion.
The Bennett Rebellion. If I ask you, name five Powhatan traditions.
I'm not that, so I couldn't name
so I can name them. These motherfuckers don't know about the Powhatan. That's what I'm saying, right? And I'm telling you, as someone who is from these areas, who I am, and what my people did, and I've shown records of my people.
I'm not asking you.
No. I'm speaking now. Who the fuck are y'all? Why are they caping you being a token Negro? That's why I said you're a token to these people. Because why are they telling you when they can bring their asses over here to talk to me themselves? They're using you as they're using your ass as proximity.
I mean, I respect that you believe that, but it's not.
No, nigga. I'm telling the truth. The fuck? Why they bring their asses over here if they want to talk to me so bad? Huh?
They want to talk to you. They rather somebody that you would be in more favor of talking to.
And they stupid to think that. They're stupid to think that.
I mean, we respect how you see it, but
no. They're stupid to think that shit. Because I don't give a fuck what you look like. Y'all ain't stopping shit. Y'all not gonna convince me to go somewhere to prove to you who I am. Who the fuck are y'all?
We're not asking you to prove anything to us.
Yes, y'all are, dude. This shit disingenuous, nigga. This shit is disingenuous.
We don't want you to prove anything to us.
Then stop talking to us. Then stop talking to us. Stop mentioning us. Stop talking to us. Stop making videos about us. Leave us the fuck alone. How about that? Leave us. Hold on. Then leave us the fuck alone.
But it would make more sense if you got.
No. We ain't doing shit for y'all. Fuck y'all fuck y'all. How about that? Fuck y'all. In the 1 sec, don't you hear me talking? Like that, y'all ain't got nothing more important than what I'm saying right now.
I mean, I do. I have a lot of things that would be
no. Like, nah. We telling folks to leave us. Why y'all so obsessed with us, nigga?
That's not an obsession.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Y'all making videos about us. Y'all threatening to get us sued, right? Which is some bullshit. They about to throw that fucking case out the window. That's some bullshit. Right? Yeah, exactly. Like he said, all shit. Like people. I don't like, bro. I'm trying. Y'all hear me trying to get some shit off. Don't interrupt me when I'm trying to get some shit off. Like, goddamn, respect me on my goddamn panel. Y'all let y'all. Yeah, I'm not talking to you. I let motherfuckers yap all day. I let motherfuckers yap all day on my live streams. When I want to speak with some passion, I want to get some shit off, let me do that. Because this shit is annoying. Yeah, niggas have a right to be fed up with this shit. They're gathering folks because they feel threatened about us being indigenous. For what? For what? What the fuck does your Apache ass have to do with me being Powhatan? What the fuck does your Navajo ass have to do with me being Powhatan?
Something to you, bro. It's not to go against anything you said. It's actually to be encouraging. A lot of people, not a lot, a few people who had clicked me here, tagged me, only wanted me to let you know it's bigger than yourself when it comes to being indigenous. So if all these things that
man, if people were so indigenous, right, and it's bigger than being us, then they would shut the fuck up. How about that? They would shut the fuck up. They would shut the fuck. Hold on. They will respect Indian law. They will stop speaking on indigenous people that they know nothing about. That's Indian law. How the fuck do I know that? I'm supposed to be an outsider.
Respect.
They don't even respect their own indigenous laws.
I respect everything you just said.
Yeah, and relay this message for me. Tell your folks, stop speaking on us and respect Indian law. That's all I got to fucking say to that.
Respect it, my man. All I was gonna say is love if you go out to the places you claim to be from and stuff like that.
I'm still here. I ain't leave. My folks ain't leave.
On the reservation of the Powhatan people right now.
I'm on no, my folks ain't on the reservation. If you knew what happened in Virginia, right? Everybody didn't go to the reservation. In the Thomas St. Jordan Act, right? Why would I go to a reservation and my folks own the land?
That's what I'm saying.
Why would folks go to a reservation if they already are on land they own for generations?
Because they're out there helping people with records and stuff right now. So if everything y'all talk about in like being the first indigenous is true, they don't mind you coming out there with your people's names and stuff like that in order for you to get your shit.
Dude,
like
the Pamunkey had to be sued for enrollment because of their discrimination.
I respect that too. Shit, I'm just here to deliver some good news of you can go and claim what's yours.
Like you're preaching to the choir, dude. You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. This shit we already know. This is shit we already know.
So wouldn't it make more sense if you know you own and claim all this stuff that you can go
My folks never lost their land. That's the thing. I tell people this all the time. My folks never lost their land in Virginia. I don't have to go around saying that to every fucking body. Because for one, you're not my family. So if you can fuck off, if you're not my family, I don't have to tell you shit about my family. You're not them. Niggas is telling their family stories. Niggas is telling their family stories. And calling our grandparents liars. Who the fuck are y'all? Folks is OD disrespectful for what? Oh, your grandma lied. Like you won't get your teeth knocked out saying some shit like that in person.
And my question to you, bro, why do you bring up the reservation as if it's something that validates, you know what I mean? Like it's something that validates you as indigenous or Indian. Do you know how new these reservations are?
It's not to validate or invalidate. It's the place where you
right. That boy is right. Black people ain't Indians. That boy is right. Shut up.
Man, shut up, man.
It's not to invalidate. It's not to dismiss people. It's like if you have rights to stuff and they're even doing it for the freemen, giving you what's yours back since they've been doing it since 2019 when they the whole dropping treaties thing. I was there when ours did ours back home in Tuslagi, but it's make more sense that you wouldn't have to talk about this as groups and you would have a place that you can go to and actually bring forth what you have and you know what I'm saying, have it presented to the people who've done you wrong. That's it. It's not to dismiss you or nothing. It's just to say that you can go to these places or the tribes you claim from or the nations and actually present your information forward that you have on what's yours and what's not. and you should be able to get what's yours. That's it. I wouldn't even come here to
Hey,
tell
look, I
somebody.
want to say this, right?
So
I want to say,
come on now,
look,
bro.
look, bro. Everything you saying, Bobby, sound like you want us to go through Congress to get recognition from a people who get to decide whether your tribe is a tribe or not, right? Because I don't know if you ever read the Morton versus Mancari at the point where all your tribes are just political entities or some form of governments based on nations of people who don't have to be direct descendants of the tribe, right? Because we know that the tribes that most of us from the South was supposed to be a part of, the 5 civilized tribes, it was dissolved in 1906. And by 1934, they had to create something called the different nations of those 5 civilized tribes, right? So the original governments were gone, right? Tulsa hadn't happened, right? And all the sister people, all the people that were connected to those tribes in the southern states were disbanded. And unfortunately, the Civil Rights Act ended up happening. So you wonder why the Indian Bill of Rights is there, man. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna respond to this, brother. Everybody wasn't disbanded. You got a lot of orphan clans, which a lot of people who are from enslaved people, and those of us who are from free people and natives together are still together. Each nation has like 5 to 7 tribes inside of it. You have to know actually which tribe you come from. There is an orphan clan. Like I come from an orphan clan. It's made of Melungeons. Without Melungeons, I would not be here. So I'm not discouraging anybody on claiming anything. I'm just wanting you to feel more at home with what you do claim. A reservation, me growing up in Mother's Heart and knowing that there are people in Oklahoma who have First Nations like claiming I don't, doesn't make them better than me.
Black folks grew up in reservations. It's called the projects.
Say it again.
Black people grew up in reservations. It's called the projects.
I wouldn't. Even people in the projects don't claim to be indigenous. A lot of black people, they just know that they're black and they're okay with that.
But the projects is under the BIA.
That's a systematic thing. Because don't act like the project ain't up on the hood and the BIA or Indian Affairs don't play a role in any of that. Don't act like the Indian Civil Rights Bill is not the exact Civil Rights Bill, bro. It ain't no different. It was just letting the new tribal. Wait a minute, bro. Because the new tribal governments that had became nations were disbanding us out of those tribal governments, and our people were going through a simulation 100 years later after they had already went through it the first time, going on 2 reservations. Now let's not act like West Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, all the way up to Nova Scotia wasn't Indian reservations at one time on the west side of the Appalachian Mountains. You can't find none of the tribal people that's supposed to be from those lands to claim those lands today, because we the only people that's been in them and still living in them. So I find it funny, bro. Wait a minute, because I find it funny that the actual assimilated Indians who lived out in the culture and created the vast culture of the Americas always get told to go back to reservations like that's where they're from. No, your nation went to a reservation. You lost your government, and then some other people came and gave you a government, bro. So now y'all got all kind of chiefs and all kind of other things. We as a people out here were disconnected and disenfranchised from those certain governments and became Americans, bro. And that's just what it is, and that's how the history is really wrote. For you to ask us to get with, hold on, Bobby, because for you to ask us to come to a res, right, and empower a bunch of people who ain't never took a power from themselves in their ancient ancestral homes, right? That's kind of blasphemy, big bro. I'm gonna just go on and keep it real, because ain't none of them folks came off the res to do nothing off the res to make it known that they are the official people of that land. But you want us to come on a res and do some political and justification behind what happened to our ancestors? That's not our fight, bro. We the Indians that got taxed, not the non-tax. We didn't give up our rights, bro. Y'all gave up y'all rights to this land. So that's why y'all stuck there. That's why a lot of y'all come off and just go ahead and start claiming to be black, because if you actually remain that Indian, they'll run you right back to where you was one. So when y'all disenfranchised us, wait a minute, bro. When y'all helped them disenfranchise us as being reservational Indians and keeping the government to yourselves, right? Because apparently, as a Cherokee, you haven't read the Cherokee Rolls from 1835, bro. It clearly says that the 18-year-old farmer is an emancipated man, unless otherwise known, which all Cherokee children follow their mothers, right? So therefore, an emancipated freeman from the Cherokee tribe could have been an 18-year-old farmer who was doing business with the government that would not live on the reservation, bro. But you don't know that, do you?
Yeah, I know all about that, but if
you know that, bro, don't ever ask us to come to no reservation and do no business with y'all when y'all business is out here in the free world. We ain't got no business coming in no secluded small spot of people that ain't got no control over their exact spot when we sitting out here trying to fight for the entire land. Now, what sense do you make at this point, bro, when you telling us to come on a land that was given to us and a land that already belonged to us?
Well, being native, we don't own anything. We know the land is not something we own. Like when you go into those,
bro, listen,
don't go there.
If y'all don't own no land, bro, then that means we ain't got business talking to you because we got heirs property under the same title that you got.
we don't have
Under the same title that you got, we got heirs property, bro. You can go look up the heirs property in the United States right now, bro. You go look up the heirs property right now. The heirs property gonna tell you that, bro. The heirs property gonna tell you that Black Americans is gonna receive white people's heirs property and so-called African American heirs property because the land been belonging to them. Now, how were we able to buy up all this land? We never got paid in slavery, right? They didn't pay us during the war. We weren't the people that dug up the gold, right? We were the people on the plantation picking cotton. So I'm just trying to figure out.
There. Hold up, D. Let me ask him a question because you just hit it right on the head. War, right? War. For sure. So, you out there at Shelby. You know what I'm saying? That's Cleveland County area. Huh?
Not in Shelby. I'm from actually Mother's Heart, like the heart of where everything started at.
For sure. So basically, like Kings Mountain area, Cleveland County.
No, Rutherford on up to like the main headquarters of what's considered res.
Say less. Okay, so with that said,
Garbage.
Just speaking with.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold up, give me a second, because this one thing that I feel like I'm not trying to bridge the gaps, but I feel like it could when it come down to war, right? Folks took allegiance, and especially dealing with the U.S., you know, folks was made those promises of so-called 40 acres and a mule. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that said, some folks decided to amalgamate, some folks decided to not amalgamate. You feel me? Especially throughout certain areas, you know, of the highlands, you know, you had people volunteer, and that's how you have those folks that volunteer throughout the Tennessee region, right? Right.
So have to worry about all night.
I'm sorry.
Somebody, it's just high. Yeah, all right. I guess just how I wanted to had a question.
I was trying to ask Darvin a question.
All right, what's up?
Hello, Darvin. Thank you for letting me up. Darvin, is your grandmother alive?
No, none of my grandmothers are alive.
Okay. You know, in 1906, there was a not civil rights, but it was a census roll where it listed us, Negroes and Coloreds, as Native Americans. Now, the division started way back in 1671 in Virginia. But do you know, in 1985, my mother had her old birth certificate listed as colored. The state requested her to send it in so that she can get a certified copy, right? So when the certified copy came back, it said Black.
Wow.
My great-great-grandmother listed as Blackfoot Native American. My grandfather, Lenape. And then I'm suspecting that my great-grandfather, was a Yamasee. Why? Because he fit the profile. He said his people were never enslaved. Why? Because he may have been part of that sect that survived all of these vicious attacks to divide us from our original land.
Right.
It's been systematic since then. And I feel you, brother. I really do. But I tell you, if this is what you believe and you're being attacked by those others out there, please stand for your people, all of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I do. Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I get. Like, I be. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like when he told me, like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, I feel dislighted. Like, you ain't got enough respect for me to come talk to me yourself. I don't really respect that middleman shit. You got something to say to me. Like, nah, I feel slighted. Like, nah. And then on top of that, they think they gonna pick someone they think it got proximity just because how we look. That shit racist.
No, they didn't do it based off proximity. They did it based off me actually growing up half and half, like knowing both cultures and growing up with the heritage of like Afro-Indigenous nature. Nobody's telling you to stop claiming. People telling you if your home is your home, just go home. Like nobody.
That's what the fuck. That's the fuck I be.
Nobody owns
the
the
shit.
land.
Hold on. This why I be going. This why I be going crazy. Because I be saying this. Hold on. I literally say this shit all the time. I'm home. Like my folks been in Maryland forever. Been in Virginia forever. I'm home. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm still here. None of you motherfuckers. A lot of you motherfuckers move. A nigga that had to fucking move can't tell me shit.
Right.
A nigga that had to move, I don't care if it was forced or not. A nigga that had to fucking move can't tell me shit. I'm home.
I'm home.
So all your people all your people of the nation you're from, none of them identify as black.
Look, Bobby, I just need to understand this. How many mixed people in your tribe or have been mixing with those natives and come out looking like you, bro? I just need to know this.
There's a lot of us. We go
There's a lot of y'all that mix with Asians and come out looking like you.
Like, I'm literally related to fucking chiefs, dude. My chief literally resurrected a fucking tribe. My cousin resurrected a goddamn tribe. Literally. We share the same ancestors. Like I got cousins that resurrected the tribe in modern times. Can any of these motherfuckers point to that? Themselves to that? Literally. The first contact nation in Virginia is my family. Are any of these niggas first contact nations?
I believe, and Bobby, I want to ask you this question because what I heard you said, and this is one of the things that kind of irks me is when people keep saying Afro and using that Afro term. That Afro term has nothing to do with Africa. Okay. That Afro indigenous, the Afro Mexican, the Afro this, Africa that. Afro is a hairstyle. It's a hairstyle. And every four corners of the earth had dark-skinned people. Everybody comes from dark-skinned people. Let's get with that first. Okay, let's just get with that.
That's not how God created life, but
I'm gonna let you respond. The way you guys got it going, and a lot of people got everybody thinking, is that dark skin only comes from Africa. That the only and that this land here had light-skinned people, and that the dark-skinned people I have heard it from several people, especially Native American people. What they do is they look at hair texture. They look at hair texture, and they assume because of a certain hair texture, that means you're African people. Okay? Now, if you look at the African people, not all of them, but most of them are not as hairy as the brothers and sisters in America. Okay? They're not as hairy people. They don't grow. You see the hair in the face. They don't even grow. They're not as hairy. Okay? So when we connect people based on skin color, we're really being ignorant. And I'm not talking about you, Bobby. I'm just saying, when we could just sit there and say, hey, based by me looking at you, you gotta be African. That is to me ignorant. And because I have people that I am connected all through America. Okay, I'm from Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm from the Houma tribes of Louisiana. I don't know if you ever heard of the Houma tribes. I'm also from the Chapatula, the wild Chapatula of Louisiana. So of New Orleans, and we've been debating on this thing for a long time. And I'm also Creole. I'm a Creole, so if you want to call that mixed, call it what you want. But what I don't understand, and then I have people. I'm related to people who from South America, Central America. I got family members all through America. And then y'all got this thing that the only way black people got in South America is through slavery. There were many of we talk about the out of Africa theory, but we never talk about the out of America theory. Or many of these people in the Caribbean islands were taken from here and brought there. Or many of people that's in Liberia right now in Africa were brought from here to work over there in farms. So I don't understand why people don't tell history the way it's supposed to be taught, because we go based upon racism, based upon what people look like. If I had to do that to Rico, and I saw Rico right there, my the brother Rico in the chat, I would think Rico is a Mexican. I would think by looking at him, it would be wrong. He might be a whole Native American. But by me looking at his photo, his glasses, I would be projecting that he's a Mexican.
100%.
But Mexicans are native. Half of this was
No, they're
American.
not. They're not. And
No.
they got
Hey,
African.
Big Unc.
No, Mexicans. See, this is what you guys are doing now. Now you're throwing the Mexican. Mexicans have. You're just going to skip the Spaniards. You're going to skip the fact that they're Spaniard people, African mix. They're mixed people, and they have Native
Big Unc.
American in them. So if you're gonna ignore what you're telling me is you're going to ignore the African descent part in their blood. And you're just gonna say they're Native American. You're just gonna sit here and say, hey, they Native American too. But what about the African side?
There are certain places that do represent people who are half African in Mexico as well. They don't leave that out.
No,
I'm gonna ask you this, Bobby.
Many of these
I
people
want to
come
ask you
on
this.
TikTok claiming they're Native American, sir.
Some of them are. Some of them
They're
Have
not.
you seen the Latin American racial casting system, Bobby? That's all we want to know right now at this point. Do you know what the Latin American racial caste system look like?
Social decasting. Yes, I was raised on it as an Afro-Indigenous.
You was raised on it, right? So you know what the Indios, you know the complexion of the Indios, right? And the Negro, or the Indios decolor Negro.
I know what the Indios is, but I also do know the separation
The
of
Indios,
Africans
the
and Indios.
Indios and the African are both at the lower parts of the caste system for being dark skinned or so-called black people, bro. So what I'm asking you is, if the Indios and the so-called African are at the bottom and the mixed children are in the middle, and the Criollos, not the Creoles, now the Criollos became Mexicans because they are descendants of Penosarlas. You know what a Penosarla is? That's a Spaniard born in Spain, but a Criollo is a Spaniard born in the Americas living amongst Indians. And that's the truth about the caste system. Am I wrong or right?
Well, not fully right, but some of it, yeah.
And Bobby,
okay, I'm not fully right. So we're gonna
guys
take what I
never-
got, right?
Bobby, you a Native American? I'm gonna ask Bobby. Bobby, you a Native American? That's what you saying?
I'm a Lungeon. I'm a Lungeon. I grew up in a big Melungeon family.
Okay, all right, but do you consider yourself Native American?
Yeah, I grew up. I'm staying in the heart.
Well, there are many people who will watch your photo right there and look at your skin and say that you're lying.
I understand that goes along too. I grew up with Native.
You're in the same book as us, brother.
I don't even get to finish, my man. I'm gonna agree with you. I grew up around other natives like that. I grew up around black people who didn't consider me black because my family was Melungeon. I also grew up around people who identify as white who didn't like the fact that I was partially white too, and Cash is a European last name. So I know I've learned about all three of y'all. So being Melungeon, we're raised on how to not deal with, but to go about talking to people of races. So I grew up around other natives who was like, you're a half-blood, you're not really one of us. I grew up around black people who said, they're not a nigga.
Bobby, ain't no way. Big Unc, look, Big Unc, ain't no way them folks called you no half-blood, home, unless you live amongst people that literally want to take an identity. Because if you know the racial caste system, you know none of them folks fit the identity of what they claiming to be, bro. And that is point blank, period. No, Bobby
would be considered to me a full blood. Because I'm gonna tell you why.
He don't look like no big dude, do he?
Bobby, no disrespect to your people who's telling you otherwise, but I will tell you this, Bobby. When we sit there and we talk about this, when you read upon and you read really well, they didn't call no light complexion Indians Indians. As far as the word Indian is a derogatory term towards a Native American. It's a slur. The word redskin is a derogatory towards a Native American. It's a slur. But American Indian, it's not a slur. We consider ourselves American Indian, not Native American. Native American people who come from who are Siberians and Mongolian people do not claim to be Indians. And many of their chiefs have admit this. I got many of them who that's why they protest against the redskin, because they didn't like your complexion, Bobby. They didn't like your complexion.
You know, Big O, you just made a point, right, Bobby? What Native Americans call themselves red bones?
They don't.
Man, my mom found it
Or
disrespectful.
do we even consider? Matter of fact, Bobby, when we talk about red and red bones, it's only black women, bro. Nobody's talking about no natives.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing about natives red, bro. When you talk red, bro, you talking southern, you talking Florida, the southeast, all up the east coast. We talking red bones, man. We ain't just talking about no red skin.
What would you call black and brown? Who is black on
Bobby,
this planet? Who looks black to you?
the little red
I don't know where y'all
brown.
get black from.
Look, Big Chief, Big O, the literal red bone tribe is descendant of Virginia Indians. So I'm trying to figure out what Bobby is talking about when Florida is the second home of the red bone. Like Bobby, how confused can you be right now at this point, bro? Because I know well you have never heard a Native American be called red or red bone.
Well, you talking about me, Mr. Adams. You talking about me, and you know I'm red. Y'all know I'm red.
And you know I'm picking at you
that's
too.
my actual face on this avatar. So everybody know I'm red.
You know I'm picking at you. You know I'm picking at you, Big O, because you're one of the reddest people I know.
I know. I'm full red. Everybody know I'm red.
Tribe beings are real red people, bro. And bro just got off the panel talking. So what I'm trying to figure out, Bobby, is when did the Redskins not become red bones and the red people that are culturally talked about in America? None of them have ever been called red ginger before. And you know what I mean when I say ginger if you unscramble the word. So since when did they become the red gingers? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean, Bobby. I don't want to say the word, I don't want to get bro live here, but unscramble the word. When did they become red gingers?
Everybody,
because we know all red people were called the N-word in the Americas, bro. When did they become red gingers?
All red people were called the N-word, bro. Like, are y'all reading?
That's a lie. You can go look up every racial segment of what Indians were called, and they were called red ginger. Point blank, period, bro.
All right, can I get a word in? And I'll let y'all say whatever y'all want to. I understand
we gotta get Mike's on the camera too.
Hey, yo, Charles, can I get on the big screen?
Hold on, hold on 1 second. We got let Bobby Finn land, and we got more people on the stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna let somebody up. My whole point wasn't to come in here and discourage you on what you claim. We just know that you can come out here with everything that you have rights to or say you have rights to and get what's yours. Like, nobody's discouraging you. For anything that y'all are reading, it is actually different in real time. Like, that's it. I wasn't gonna take
Ain't nobody read. Hold on, bro. Like, this is the fuck we talking about, dude. I told you my family never fucking lost land in Virginia. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck you think went on? What the fuck you think? I didn't have to read to find that out.
But as an indigenous person,
no. My folks have been in these places. I didn't have to fucking read a book to find out I'm related to a chief that resurrected a tribe. Right. Hold on. Are you gonna let me fucking land, dude? Let me fucking land. You're a goddamn Melungeon. You're a triracial. You're a Melungeon. You don't fit into any society, sir. You're a Melungeon.
I respect it, but that's how God created Earth. Like,
that's how you talk about some goddamn like, dude. You're a Melungeon. Why is a fucking Melungeon, a triracial, trying to tell an Indian who the fuck that like about what they got, what they can do?
Was, bro. I'm just saying.
Well, like, man, so you don't stand on anything. I can't trust a nigga that can't stand on nothing. You call yourself a Melungeon. That means you don't stand on shit.
I mean, God didn't create me to come down here and be a part of a race.
You're triracial. Like, pick a side to stay.
Or he calls himself that.
Like, you go to YT, because you do know that there are YT people who claiming that they're Native American, and I just brought up the fact that there are Mexicans out here that are claiming it. So you guys give all claim to lighter complexion people, and when they say that they're Native American blood, but when it comes to the darker people, they got to be African. Is that what you're saying?
You didn't say that at all. I'm not even getting to speak, to be honest with you.
I'm like, dude,
do you call yourself a Melungeon, Cash?
I come from Melungeon people.
You not no Germanic. You not no, man, come on, bro. You're not mixed. You're black, bro. Are you tripping?
No, I'm not tripping. I have a lot of Europeans in my family. I have a lot of people who come from Africa and indigenous people in my family. I grew up around all of them. So I'm not tripping. That's how I got here. So and to the person at the bottom, Peanut, No, we're not saying if you have heavy melanin, that means you have to come from Africa. That's not how it works, because a lot of nations outside the five civilized have a lot of Afro-Indigenous children as well. They have a lot of mixed children. They have a lot of natives who are as brown as us, but their family are not mixed with African at the same time, but they don't look like us either.
Natives are Mongolian.
Show me them real quick. Let me see them.
Man, we don't even all fuck.
Mongolian. That's not how that works either. Some of them
I want to see them.
No, the Native Americans are Mongolian and Siberian. Like
Can
that's
you put
what
me up on a big screen? I got nothing
all of them are not Mongolian and Siberian.
Yes, they are. That's exactly where they came from, and they're on here admitting it. Like they.
I just said.
Hold on, give me a second.
All right, go ahead. Somebody wanted the big screen. Go ahead.
It's me. Hold on.
God dang it.
Damn, I forgot how to do it that fast.
Though I feel like you guys are like.
No, I mean the natives are using his swim natives are using him to come talk to us and say, oh, you can come do this. Like we don't already fucking know. Like that's why they're using him as a middleman. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, they're using him at I'm calling a spade a spade. You don't see that shit. I see right through it, dude. Like they too scared to come. They too scared to come talk to us themselves for whatever fucking reason. Like they could have brought that. They could have brought. They instead of using using the goddamn token Melungeon, because you're not a token Negro, you're a token Melungeon, because y'all so flimsy. I don't know. I know actual Melungeons that don't even claim to be fucking Melungeon. They just
I respected them too. I know a lot of natives who don't associate with a nation either.
Yeah, like you can't trust no nigga that claims to be triracial. You can't trust no nigga that claims to be triracial. You got one foot in the door. You got 1 foot in the front door, 1 foot in the back door, 1 foot in this goddamn side door. You don't know which direction you gonna go next.
I wasn't raised to be on nobody's team, my man. That's a poor mentality.
It's not about being on nobody's team.
On a goddamn team. It's about being on. It's about being able to stand on something.
Because
what the fuck do you stand on?
Bobby, there were many. Why don't we talk about how many of melanated people were kicked out of tribes just from and being reclassified and being put in with.
I did say something about that. Nobody let me speak illegal.
And they were reclassified. Now let me ask you something, Bobby. Why black people? If there were black people and they was in the slave, they came here as slaves. Shouldn't they have been African from the get-go? And why do y'all believe that all dark-skinned people? I don't get that. Because when I look at Dominican people, I could look at Dominican people. I could look at many Dominican people who look like people that's from here. I could see a lot of Caribbean people who look similar to the people here. But you can't go based upon. They got people who are Puerto Ricans who think I'm Puerto Rican. Let me tell you something, man. It's really upsetting to me.
The people in the Caribbean are our cousins more than anybody.
Yeah, but it's really upsetting to me because I had a Trinidadian lady really come at me, thought I was coming at me, and she thought that I was one of her people. But
size B screen.
But what I don't understand, Bobby, is the fact that nobody has the same energy for Native Americans who are YT, who are going around. Elizabeth Warren was passing laws for Native Americans, and Donald Trump exposed her for being a YT woman. She was never a Native American at all. And you gotta go for that for them kind of people. But when it comes to darker shade people who have legitimate paperwork and claim who they are, they will never be accepted. Is Native Americans just as racist as YT?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
They signed those treaties to get rid of us. They worse than them.
I'm Hispanic. I can tell you.
Just exactly how
color class.
Nobody's caring about your skin tone. Is what you claim, and if you want to go actually say what's yours is yours and go.
No, color was cold. Niggas already color is cold now. You can't.
I don't know why folks is repeating the same shit, dude. Like, we already gave you Joe dude to get down. Like we already this conversation ended a while ago.
Like
I already told you what to get down was.
I mean, I'm being encouraging. If you are these people and you own the language, language is here to take care of it. you can go to these nations you claim from and let them know you can bring them all the paperwork and patents you have in, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to get what's yours back, basically.
Like, dude, due to the hold on, what? Let me say this shit again. Do the math. If my folks ain't never lose shit, what's there to get back? What is there to get back?
Nothing.
You can't. They sent your. Hold on. They sent. Hold on. They sent your ass. Hold on. They sent your ass to talk to me. So you're talking to me.
But if you never lost nothing, how are you reclaiming something?
Nigga, our folks never lost land, right?
We don't own no land. Indigenous people,
they never lost. Dude, if they never fucking lost land, your ass ain't own shit. If your ass ain't own shit, then your ass ain't own shit. Nigga, that's how projecting that onto everybody else. It's called heirs. It's called heirs property, nigga. Heirs.
We don't, as an indigenous person, we don't claim to own the lands.
We don't. Y'all niggas don't claim to own the land because y'all niggas don't.
We're not God. We're not unilevies.
Nigga, what's God? Say God in your language. That's some why are you saying that's some Sanskrit shit? Say God in your
unilevies is how you say "Oh Great Spirit." Unilevies never created us to say we own or own the
earth. What's Unilevies prophecy? Huh?
Prophecy. We just here to take care of what we was given a home to. That's it.
We are just here to take care. You're just here
to claim to own the earth. We don't claim to own the planet. We just know we are supposed to take care of something we were born into. That's it. It don't matter if we mix. No matter if you full bloods, First Nation, Second Nation. You just take care of what was given to you, so you can consider passing it down to the next generation to have somewhere to call home themselves. That's it.
And guess what? And guess how you do that, right? Because do we know the definitions of own words? What does it mean to own something?
I never said we owned anything.
What does it mean to own something?
To own something means you created it and you founded it. That means you own it.
To possess something.
To possess.
It means to possess something.
Only people who think they own something are people who come from a racial background,
racial background, blah blah blah. But you call yourself a fucking Melungeon.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so since you're not racial, stop calling yourself a Melungeon. That's a racial category.
That's where I come from. I'm probably
Then stop calling since you don't use race. Stop calling yourself a Melungeon.
I'll just say I'm Unilevi's Papoose, and that means a child of the old great spirit. I don't mind speaking in my own language. That's not a problem. The point
ain't nobody mad.
Is it's okay to claim what you claim.
Why you call her a girl?
Then why the fuck
Get
you
out of that. He
your
called you a girl. Whoever that is called you a girl.
Yeah, hold on once. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck what these people got to say. I'm trying to figure out why natives. That's why I'm harping on it. Why natives don't have the courage to talk to me themselves, and then why they have to use a token Melungeon. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
We don't have the courage. Nobody wants to speak to you and be encouraging when you think it's being disrespectful.
Yeah, because y'all niggas is disrespectful. Like y'all don't get to tell me what to perceive shit as. Nigga. No, because y'all full of shit. Y'all are full of shit. Y'all had 5 years. Y'all niggas had 5 years to come on some chill shit. 5 years. Y'all think I'm new here. I don't know why y'all think I'm new here. I've been dealing with this shit for 5 years. On TikTok. When the fuck we all gonna come on some peace shit 5 years ago? Huh?
Thank you.
We did, bro.
Y'all ain't did shit. I've been around for 5 years, none of y'all have. None on Twitter and TikTok. Yeah, none of you niggas extended y'all hands.
Nobody's here to
y'all coming y'all niggas is 5 years too late. Y'all been should have had to talk. Y'all 5 years too late. We ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm telling you.
For no reason. I don't understand the aggression. I'm just trying to
understand. You should know where the aggression is coming from. Natives that don't have courage to dude.
Nothing is
let me I don't know why you're wasting your time. I don't respect you. They're using you as a fucking token. I let you know from the gate. They're using you as a fucking token.
I respect that.
Yeah, and again, I don't have no respect for you. Because niggas can use you. Because if anybody can use you as a tool, sir. Yeah, that's yeah. You ain't got no choice but to respect it because I'm telling you the fucking truth.
Peterson, David.
I don't care. I don't care how much I claim to not be African. Can't no motherfucking racist use me as a token to disrespect Africa.
Right.
I'm not disrespecting nobody, my man. I would just encourage y'all to, if everything y'all claim to be yours,
man, you sound like a broken record. Get the fuck off my panel, dude.
Thank you.
And I wanted to say to him that the Potawatomi sold land to Chicago. I mean, in Chicago to the government. There's plenty of tribes that sold land. So that whole argument of we don't own the land.
Darvin like that and get him revved up like that, bro. Because Darvin is normally. Let me tell you something. This brother been teaching for a very long time, and he's always been respectful. But anytime you can rev him up like that, because he know y'all coming here to target him. They've been there because y'all not brave enough to come in up here yourself, and y'all gonna get a dark melanated person to come up here to chat. That's what they always do. That's what Jesse Lee Peterson. That's what they do with him. That's what they do with all these dark men. They use them to come after black men.
Hell yeah, like that shit not cool. And I'm gonna feel it. Like I don't care if he said that's rude. I don't give a fuck if it's rude, nigga. Can't nobody. If you allow people to play in your face, then that's on you. Like, if you allow people to play in your fucking face, that's on you. I don't allow people to play in my goddamn face. The fuck? Actually, I got every right to be pissed off that folks ain't got no courage to speak to me, and they want to use somebody that looks like me to come speak to me about some shit they can come speak to me about. That shit disingenuous. They got no respect for me. If you had so much respect, then come talk to me. If you want to be respectful, then come talk to me. What? Dang, you think you're above me or some shit? Fuck you. And if you're okay with people saying fuck you and pissing on you, then be my guest. I'm not the one.
Preach. And I'm glad we started standing up like that. All of us
like you guys are from Siberia. The jig is up. Let it go.
Thank you, sis.
And
we all need to do what Darvin
really
doing,
got
y'all.
past them, bro. We need to be on the type of time that Darvin know.
Yeah, you niggas have 5 years to come talk. I ain't trying to talk to you now. If you ain't come with no peace shit, like, hey, I want to talk to you. Let's exchange information. Niggas had 5 years. 5 years. And now all of a sudden, after people threaten to get people sued. People ain't threatening to get people sued and get report to ICE now. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh,
Man,
God.
I'll tell you what got me.
We got another one in the comments, Miss Maya. She
I'm
called us
trying to
African
report
booty
her.
scratchers.
We gotta report this comment. Report this comment right quick.
Yeah, all right, for sure. Yeah.
Hey, but no, we need to pay this some attention. What he kept saying, I feel it's in the best interest. Did he not get the word interest and how that relies to the government? So basically, you telling us you want us to branch up under some motherfuckers who ain't got no sovereign power for themselves, right? Who only recognition is through the federal government, because without that recognition, you just a nobody, right? And you got to live amongst the rest of the population, because as far as the government was concerned, all the Indians didn't exist no more. So who told the feds that they can come create Indians that the state disenfranchised?
But if y'all can, go to that young lady who called us African booty scratchers. Could y'all report that?
I was going to show this article that I found about interracial marriages with, it literally talks about interracial marriages of Indians and white tees, and they were encouraging people forever to try to do it. But he talks about how, we don't own land, this and that. It says, well, nearly every woman has money deposited with the United States for land sold many years ago, which is the reason why they were so-called trying to encourage you to intermarry, which didn't always happen. But don't come up here try to say we're so people, we didn't want to own the land. That's not the way of the people. We just take care of the land. No, they sold land and they got money. Some of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, sorry, not to cut you off, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Just gonna say he's correct, and that goes not only to the southern states, that comes all the way up north. So what he's saying is bullshit, straight up.
Honestly, because how you gonna say that you don't own the land, but y'all gave it away? Which one? It like you can't own something and give it away at the same time, and you own it or you don't. To give it away to now, you guys got to live on reservations while the rest of us have grandparents that actually own land. Y'all don't own nothing. Our grandparents
And that's
do.
why that's why we're gonna put an end to all the 40 acres and a mule conversation, because that's one of the ways we're gonna cut all that short. The 40 acres and a mule is only for the Gullah Geechee corridor. Everybody else got a particular different history when it comes to what somebody owed them in the business that was going on in their land or the wars that was being fought. So how we gonna cut a lot of them off is we're gonna push a lot of them back on the west side of the Appalachians of the mountains, and then we're gonna start their history from when they state got created and push backwards towards then and see what they can come up with. Because you got too many people over in the 13 colonies, they can't find no African. Then they use the 40 acres in a mule store, knowing well they not from the Gullah Geechee corridor and they from somewhere all the way out of New York. It's not making sense and it's not adding up. Because if you're not from the Chesapeake Bay on back, you don't really deserve land in the Gullah Geechee corridor unless your people were being shipped from Louisiana over this way.
Yeah, they try to act like a damn Karen, a hippie Karen. I can't stand that.
So I'm glad to Bobby Cash, because I done seen him on other people. I've been seeing this for at least 5 years. Him going on other melanated channels, or he'll go with the Native Americans. He'd be the only black dude up there with the whole crew of Native Americans talking about us. So I'm so glad that you was able to do that, bro, because I seen you called the bullshit right offhand. I've been seeing it. I see him everywhere, and every time it's with a bunch of great. This is the first time I've really seen him come into with us, but I seen him always with Native Americans. So I see him and a couple of other people like him. I ain't gonna call their name, but there's a couple of them that
fuck them niggas too.
So, why not get muted in the comments? I just wanted to ask.
I don't know. Ask the moderator that. I don't know. Whoever muted you.
I follow this page and I've been watching for a minute. And I'm on my little.
You probably just muted for the live. It's all right. It's all right. I can unmute you. It's fine.
No, I mean I'm already unmuted, but.
Darby, you gotta help me protect you too, man. Put me on there to help block these people.
All right, for sure. I got you.
All I said, it was just a little bit disrespectful and didn't show a lot of discipline. That's all I was saying. And I follow the host, and I was disappointed when I seen the host was screaming and yelling. So
just screaming it, like, bro, y'all. How long you been? How many times have people seen me snap?
Not too many.
How long I've been doing this shit?
Oh, for 5 years.
5 years. How many times y'all seen me snap?
So
yeah, I don't get. Well, I'm a human at the end of the day, right? I'm a human.
Yeah. I just feel like it didn't fit your character. I watched your videos. You're a really smart, dude.
Like,
I feel like it fit your character.
Hold on, one second. It's me. I'm not a character. I'm a person. That's the one. I don't come up here with no fucking gimmicks. I'll let y'all see who I am. The good, bad, and the ugly. I'm not one of these fake ass influencers that you gotta look up to. Oh, I'm the perfect role model. Nah. If people got me fucked up, then they got me fucked up. Let somebody have Malcolm X fucked up.
Look, man.
See how he responded.
People can say my daddy is this, my mama's that. They can spit on me. I don't.
I don't give a fuck what you tolerate.
I know that.
If people is spitting on you pissing on you, spitting on you for 5 years, and you finally decide to knock their fucking teeth out.
I don't engage in those type of things. I support.
Then keep your high moral ass off my goddamn panel.
That's fine.
I don't give a fuck about your fake ass high morals right now.
And that's why
take your fake ass high morals somewhere else. Because if a nigga disrespected you and it got you to this point, you better be a fucking monk. Bro is drooling.
Go slap his mother. Let's see how calm he gonna.
Yeah, let somebody disrespect your family in front of you. See it? Huh? Yeah, people thinking, I want to react until it fucking happens to them.
He said he don't engage in this, but
cops will deal with you. I'll show you the feds. Y'all so full of shit, man. Y'all so full of shit.
Out of here. They love using the cops as like a weapon against black people. Like nobody gives a fuck about no damn cops.
Like this a goddamn Moor. Like man, y'all niggas is the feds. The goddamn Moors. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Officer in Isle of Wight. Sorry. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, he a goddamn Moor. Y'all niggas is the OG colonizers. The fuck? Trying to colonize me? Like, oh, you need to.
They trying to still tell our ass to when the cops come, we can ride without no license. And look, they still got us. They still driving city to city with no license. They're thinking they ain't gonna get arrested.
The grown ass man tell another grown ass man tell another grown ass man to be fucking tender. You ain't my girl, nigga. The hell?
Every time I see it, they be getting their ass whipped.
I'm not even saying call the cops. Like, what the hell?
Y'all, and if y'all know, if I go on these tangents, I don't go on these tangents for long because I usually get over it fast enough to recover. But yeah, folks, just ain't nobody about to tell me how to react to a goddamn shit. Oh, I'm disappointed. Nigga, go be disappointed somewhere else. Take your disappointed ass somewhere else. How about that? I don't think I give a fuck if you disappointed in me. Nigga, you ain't my dad.
I'm enjoying it, B. I don't give a damn.
You ain't.
Show your passion, Wild Indian. Wild Indian. Show your passion. You heard me?
You
show your passion. Don't let nobody calm you down. Man, I gotta step out, Chief. Chief, I'm gonna come back up. I gotta go use the bathroom. But when you're 50, you gotta piss a lot. So let me go.
Like, I'm disappointed in you, nigga. You ain't my dad. I would give a fuck if my dad said that. If my dad said, hey, I'm disappointed, I was like, damn, maybe I need to tighten up. Like, I'm disappointed in you. But, nigga, you ain't my dad. Fuck off. Like, yelling and screaming. I got headphones on, so I'm automatically louder. I usually don't even get loud like that. I got headphones on, so even if I do go off, I'm not really loud. Like, the fuck? Folks got me fucked up. Hell yeah. And it was needed. That was the ancestors channeling right now. Nigga, that's some ancestral shit.
I can't do nothing. You can't do nothing but respect that. You don't let nobody come play in your face, and that's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who allows that and allows that type of disrespect and is cool with it, something wrong with you, fam.
Right, for sure. It's who's you talking about Peanut? I was gonna say, yeah, we don't see none of these dudes in our cities. Oh man. I mean, there's a more science temple in Baltimore, but I only seen one person with a face on walking through Baltimore. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know it was a more science temple till like what, a couple years ago. I was like, really? Wow.
Temple. I ain't never seen a physical, but they be acting like they got a physical. But they might have a physical.
My thing, I don't want to talk too much shit, but my thing is like these Native Americans, bro. If y'all been here so long and did so much, why you ain't did shit past the teepee? Why I've never seen a Native American restaurant? I ain't never seen.
You've been asking them that shit too.
We're too busy taking care of the land and making sure it's okay.
Man, that's crazy. But
They be getting drunk off that moonshine. That's all they do. Like I just honestly.
Man, that's what's in the stars today? What season we in? It's still Gemini season.
Oh yeah, still Gemini.
Oh yeah. Hey, do you follow me, Contrary? No, you don't. Hello? What is going on here?
Profile, because I feel like is this
you only call I don't know your other profile then.
No, I didn't. I swear
I be seeing it.
I've been seeing you all the time. Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, you always in here.
Yeah.
Them natives weren't even. Yeah. But yeah, I'm good now. Yeah, I don't think I gotta go off no more. That nigga gone. Them niggas is gone.
No, that's super weird though to be bringing like an op, who's an op of theirs, honestly, and they just not telling him yet. To come into where we're at and try to make peace, I guess, for what? There is no peace.
And I'm glad Peanut let me know he one of them folks that be booty clapping for him and they spaces and stuff like that. I should have knew. I was like, you be around these people. He's like, yeah. He said, oh yeah, we just be chopping it up with him. I'm like, nah, yeah. Because I'm just like, damn, like why, like yeah, why not? Solid Kiki has me blocked. That's one thing. Solid Native Cholo probably do too, right? They have me blocked. Like they don't want to come talk to me, dude. Y'all not stopping nothing. Like nah. You're just small humans beings talking about people you know nothing about. Like we're small human beings, or are they small human beings? Because they don't give a fuck to learn about us.
About them anyway. I mean, like everybody comes to America for a fucking reason.
Right. Like, nigga, I've been to the capital of the housing. Google, like, come up here, Sigma. Like, you talking shit in the comments. But you don't want to come talk to us. Y'all ain't got no heart, yo. So yeah, all dude can say, oh yeah, I respect what you're saying. Hell yeah, I bet you could. I bet you could respect what I'm saying, because you know I'm telling the goddamn truth. Nigga. Like, go be a pawn somewhere else.
More of these trying to kill us with kindness and hippie this and that and guilt trips and stuff. You guys, we just want to. I feel like we're gonna see that whole "let's just be together" crap.
And I'm gonna cuss their ass out.
Right, it's not happening. They're gonna get deported just like everybody else. Donald Trump gonna get them up out of here. I'm over it. I'm over everybody. And it's not even particularly towards Native American. It's about every single person who ain't us coming over here thinking they have the audacity to disrespect us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over all of them.
I've been on multiple live streams saying this shit, bro. Like people ain't gonna just treat us any old way. TikTok bite dance. I went off on bite dance. Let somebody from a bite dance. Never mind. Let me not keep living. They listen anyway. I done went off on bite dance. Like we can't even get her just due on these social medias. I'm here to get my just due on TikTok. Yeah, I'm gonna get it some way. Unless if I gotta make my own app, fine. I'm gonna get my just due, right? I came on here saying like they not gonna just mistreat us. We not just gonna sit up here and get disrespected on this app either. You know, we not just gonna sit up here and get disrespected. Nah. Like all of a sudden you threatening us with lawsuits and ICE, and now you want to come and have a peaceful conversation with it, man. Please.
Crazy to threaten. Crazy. Where are we going? Where are they gonna take us? Where are we going?
Heavy on that process.
Shit is crazy to me. And then you got all these people like us out here capping for the protesting and stuff, and it's like, for what? This ain't our problem.
Yes, ICE, Mari. Right, where the
funny part is that they're turning around and attacking those very same people. And I'm like, you don't see that this was the whole plan from jump? Like, I don't understand what you're not getting.
Me somewhere they can send me to Japan. I'll sign up for that one. Send me to Japan if y'all gonna send me somewhere.
Just cool.
Thank you guys for having me.
What's up, Arden? What's up?
Share my 2 cents in here. Just a FYI, whatever your decision or opinion it is on the matter, I suggest y'all cover y'all faces because they're watching, man. These people
man, take that scary shit somewhere else, man.
I'm just saying, bro.
Take that scary shit somewhere else. Nigga, you would have told MLK hide his face? You would have told Malcolm X hide his face? You would have told Fred Hampton to hide their face? Take that scary shit out. They've been watching us.
Right.
Nigga, 9/11 happened over 20 years ago. They've been watching us. We ain't got no privacy nowhere.
That's because one of them commented on one of my videos and she's like, I'm gonna get all my Native friends and we're gonna attack your page. Not one of them came. Not one.
Keep these scary niggas away from me, yo. Take these keep these scary niggas away from me. Right? Like, I ain't even doing nothing that's crazy. Anyway, I'm just on my phone talking to people. Oh well. Yo, these folks is hilarious on this app, yo.
They watching y'all reading all them books and newspapers and shit, and they don't like all that reading.
Right. Only thing we have to fear is fear itself. But yeah, go ahead. But somebody saying something? My bad. All right, what's up, Cassie?
Just saying how much I was laughing because that shit is crazy because they are truly afraid of books and education and knowledge.
Read, nigga, read. Read, nigga. They hit us. How you doing, Cassie? It's been a while. I was in the TikTok shadow room and I decided to get off for 3 days. What's up, Chan? They want y'all to speak up so they can learn. He said, if you don't want black people to know, put it in the book. True. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Chan? If you don't want people to burn the books. Huh? How y'all doing today, though? Excuse me. How y'all doing today?
All right. How y'all doing? Good
Well, I was
evening.
about to say, did you see me going off, Cassie? Uh-oh. Y'all scared the women off? Nah, I think the women stayed, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, did I scare the OH up in here? Oh, I bet OH actually was listening.
That masculine energy came out like they done got their head bit off. That's on them.
But like the most soft life university. Thank you for the gifts. Well, you got anything to add to the title, Chan?
Should Black Americans stop claiming to be indigenous? No, no, I don't think so. If they did their genealogy and they found the records in a family tree, yeah, it's as simple as that, really.
Thank you. You missed a hurricane that hit the TikTok live stream. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, you know, folks get used as tokens on TikTok, and I ain't fucking with that.
And I don't know if I was listening to, I think I was listening to y'all's earlier where somebody was saying, and they keep saying this talking point, people are just now talking about being Afro-Indigenous or Indian, where did this come from? And like, I just saw this one newspaper clip and it was like 1,500 Chickasaws and Choctaws go to the courts to try to get them changed from freedmen to by blood Indian. It was like 1,500 people. I'm like, dude, there was so many people and people still talking about it. It's just a talking point to people just say, hey, people never talked about this. And everybody, the only reason why we talking about it is because people did talk about it in our damn family.
Right, exactly.
I think one of the most ignorant reasons to, I guess, try and discredit someone is like, oh, you wasn't doing this yesterday. Like,
right.
It's okay. I can't grow and learn. I can't,
Coming after them reservations. Whole time we don't want that.
Right. What we gonna take?
That's why they scared. That's why they want peace now because they see what's going on.
Only thing they could give me is their casino check.
Man, anybody
And most
want
don't
to
even
live in
have that.
projects?
Most don't even. Only thing they could give me is a casino check.
That ain't
The
nothing but
percentage.
public housing. They got plumbing issues. I heard horror stories about them places. Peace to you too, baby.
Tribes is getting $10,000 to $15,000 a month, and they just sitting and not telling people. Well, they telling people on some of these YouTube channels, but it's crazy. Not all tribes get that. Some don't get nothing, but some.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, the
it's up
richest
to the
tribe
chief
gets
to
like
distribute.
$20,000 a month. My bad.
It's up to the chief to distribute the funds as they see fit. And I know a lot of the tribal members, they be trying to go and like get more money from the chief because some of them, like you said, they be getting big checks, but some of them don't because the chief be like, basically a pastor.
We don't read. Who don't read?
A lot of those chiefs are YT, and they just be siphoning funds right back to the white folks.
Sam, you ain't no lie.
But yeah, facts. But the chief technically my granddad. He's stingy as fuck. Oh snap. Uh-oh.
Is how they expect us to not believe our elders when this whole out of Africa thing only started in what, the 80s?
Raleigh.
Right, like that's new. Our parents didn't even learn about that in school.
K and stock, you trying to send me $50 in stock, Mari? But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, then my folks didn't even learn about the slave trade in school. Like my parents, and they were in school in like the 80s.
And I was saying this on something earlier where like, it feels much more. It's better to embrace something that I read an old book and they say, hey, the Choctaw Indians used to do this, and then you be like, hey man, that's what we do today. Versus to look at a slave narrative story and be like, well, they brought you on a boat, they beat the African out of you, and now you do these things that you kind of came up with brand new. And it's just like I'd rather have, and I'm not, saying that we didn't come up with something since slavery or whatever, whoever was enslaved, if any of us, some of us may have been, but typically you would have been Indians enslaved by Indians, but or these YTs really. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of pride in taking or there's a lot of pride in just claiming your ancestry as being indigenous American, more so than being some what do they call it, ethnogenesis African that mixed with natives and YTs and whatever it is.
Right. Thanks. Would be nice to hear about your institution of who you believe you are. What? As long as you're not scared of spirits talking to trees. I'm your type of party, then, Mari. Hold on. We might have something going. I'm like, hey, we ain't scared of spirits over here, baby. Don't mind calling you their premonition, huh? And don't mind them calling you their prominent. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a different type of spiritual person. I'm not gonna lie. No, never mind. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. But yeah, hear about our institutions. Like what institutions? I'm the institution. I was about to say we about to create our own institutions. Fuck it. We create everything else. Fuck it. I'm drinking wine. I'm a little slow tonight. She says it's too. All right, not here, Chief. My bad. Premonitions. But you say you're not per se Indian with a language, but your people were here before your shit. We got a language. What are we talking about? Each like intuition. Near Nana Wata Senecoma cut to the Wins Darvid. That's all you get from me. Shamu and Gabo. But y'all, we say like we speak our languages and shit. Y'all say we making it up. So fuck y'all.
Yo, it's from the archives of a YT lady teaching a whole classroom full of so-called Native Americans, they language, talking about she came up with it, made the little glossary and everything.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. I know. Word. All right, I speak my language. I'm not y'all. Thanks. Shit. Until you prove otherwise, and you might be y'all, man.
Well, the saying goes, and from what I've read, is that the language actually came from a white man, and he was the one who started it, and that's the reason why they started the red schools. in order to teach them said language that they created and gave them. So,
right.
And they can go read up on that.
To bring up that language shit as if we didn't have to go through much and it was really stolen from us. Literally everything stolen. It got beat
then, and then on top of that, only 20 out of the 150 indigenous languages are about to be spoken in 2050. So what the hell been going on since after this shit ended? Like since this shit been coming, it's only over 1,000 tribes in the United States, North America. 150 are spoken today. It's about to be reduced down to 20. This is from the fucking BIA. I'm not making this shit up. It's from the BIA. I made a video about it. It's from the BIA that 20 out of the 150 languages spoken today are not going to be spoken by 2050. So what the fuck is going on? Y'all ain't never hear us speak no African language. Y'all ain't never hear us speak no African language. Y'all only heard us speak English. And maybe some Spanish and French if we learned it. You know, we got folks starting to learn Swahili and stuff like that, but outside of that,
crazy because some Europeans may even still know a little bit of whatever language they come from, Russian or whatever. Some Africans know their language. Mexicans, all these other people, even if they've been here from, some of them know a little bit, maybe a few words. We have 0 African words, okay? Out of all the people that's out of 40, 50 million of us, we got 0 African words retained.
Shit crazy, yeah.
Exactly.
That shit crazy, yeah.
Being from New Orleans, I still say
Or why do they
and
think that our names are like how they are? Like we have Shaniqua, Equa, all that stuff. You have the Chictaguas, all the tribes that have that Equa on the ends. Where the hell y'all think that came from? We not named Babatunde in them.
Got a bunch of Keishas. That's Choctaw. You got some Choctaw. You got Nia. Not like that's Algonquin.
My mom's name
Fucking
is Kiona, and that's actually a native,
right.
an indigenous name. I didn't know that until my brother told me. He been doing our genealogy for years. But
Facts.
yeah.
Like we got indigenous names. Like, dude, like, come on, man.
As names like ours that I know of.
Best life? No, the English language did not originate in England. Sorry to tell you that, because the English that they speak is not the English we speak here, and that's there's
Facts.
There's a reason for that.
Facts.
It's crazy. I just want them to pull up to some heirs property and see how far that get them. Because I can pull up to my people's house at any point in time, live there as long as I want, and don't have to worry about the government coming and take my shit.
Right. Should be crazy, yeah. Same. Yeah, same. I can too. I already told folks, my folks ain't never lose shit. Well, some of my folks ain't never lose land. South Carolina, my folks in South Carolina, that's a different story. But I'm not from South Carolina, so I ain't got really like they'd be like, "Who the hell is you, nigga?" Ask about some land, you know. And even if I could connect with my family, like at least put them on game. Like my best thing would be put them on game and see like what happened to the land if they could get that back for them, Type shit.
Hey, my question, maybe somebody can answer. I know the answer, but my question is, they're talking about people that have done illegal things, blah, blah, blah. Now, for all of these so-called felons that are supposedly, quote-unquote, Black American, considering heinous crimes or whatever they put on people, why not deport these so-called African American back to Africa. If that's the case.
We can't go nowhere. And two, they know if they even tried, they would be nothing without us.
My point. I mean, it don't make sense logically. All of these points that we look at, why not call us instead of reclassifying as colored and black and all this stuff that came way after? Why wouldn't we just call Africans?
Exactly. And then furthermore, to touch on your point too, as much as them YT people hate us, they would have been tried to ship us off a long time ago if they knew they could.
They've already tried.
They would have got rid of us.
Well, you
They've
see
already
what
tried.
happened.
We
What
can't
happened
go nowhere.
was they had to erase the African first and then put it back in the schools later and tell you African because they were sorry.
Hey, yo.
Monty brought up a good point. There's a document that I have that's called the slave population census from 1790 to 1850, and in there it explains how many people are black or unmixed, basically, and how many people were mulatto, and basically
Yep.
almost 50% of the people were unmixed. And so when you think about the talking point people say, we're like, all black people in America have 35% European DNA. Well, that right there typically shows right there at 1860. No, we didn't. And most 80% of us did not have any kind of mix. And on top of that, and everybody can tie their ancestry at least back that far. So you can see if you've ever been mixed up until that point. So yeah, these people be crazy. They just throw any kind of talking point out there.
Yeah, they just be talking. Yeah, they talking about. They be saying anything at this point. Yeah.
And furthermore, why didn't them Africans ever come and get us? Why didn't they say, let me go get my people because we made a mistake? Because it never happened.
Please.
More. I'm gonna land my plane here. How did those Europeans manage to capture so many people? They don't speak the same language as them. Is nothing. How did that happen? Coming up
On their own land at that, sis. On their own land at that they know like the cracking it. You know what? I'm done.
But it doesn't even make any sense. Nah, they didn't want y'all is all. Why wouldn't they want their strongest and toughest? Because that's allegedly they brought the biggest Negroes over here. So why wouldn't they want us? Come on, now get the fuck out of here, David.
And there's a couple of stories I read, like one called Barracoon by this girl Zora Neale Hurston, that people give so much praise and she ain't nothing. But and basically, you got these people who give these stories, talking to a person that came directly off a boat from Africa, telling them all this stuff that happened in Africa, but they ain't telling them in their African language, and they never say anything about the language. Nobody ever questions about the language. Like, you talking to a man that was fresh off the boat, says when he was 16 years old, he got sent over here. He was only a slave for 5 years. He got here in 1960. He was like a latecomer in an illegal slave boat. But long story short, none of these people retain an African language, even if they were just here for 4 or 5 years and got free and still were just fresh off the boat. And he never even talked much about the boat experience. It's just crazy.
Thank you. Thank you. Why don't we have no sort of ties or stories or anything back to that land? Because they were still whispering in the slave cabins. Come on now, let's be for real. They were still talking about it, whispering the names. Anything would have been brought down.
Right, for sure. My thing is, right, with these token Negroes. Oh, thank you for the super sticker. See you. Oh yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I can start making money on YouTube. I just need how many more subscribers do I need? I need like 281. So I can hit 1,000 subscribers. But but yeah, my biggest gripe is with these token what's my YouTube channel name? Darvin Osiris. Darvin Osiris everywhere. I got you. I'm heading over now. But yeah, I was about to say, what was I about to say? Yeah, but these folks that try to say that we're African and want to cape for like natives or YT people or whoever that want to jump in on the bandwagon, like these Pan Africans, they want to jump on the bandwagon to saying we're African, disrespecting us, and things like that. Why don't they never just tell us what African ancestors they have? Even do earlier. He said he had an ancestor from Sierra Leone. I asked him like, where you come from? What year he get here? He said, oh, I don't know. What's up, Georgia? He's like, oh, I don't know. I can't tell you an exact year he got here. What? Like these folks don't even know they're African ancestors, but they so African, yeah.
That's so crazy. And then when you ask any of ours, you ask our parents at all, they used to be like, oh, about Africa. They're gonna start laughing in your face because I'm like, what the hell you mean Africa?
Mm-hmm.
That's never been a part of our history.
And I found Africans for people. Like one of my best friends, who's also my cousin. Like he's a descendant of John Punch. Who else? Who else I found an African for? I found somebody that had an Ethiopian in Oklahoma. I was like, how the fuck an Ethiopian get to Oklahoma? Had an Ethiopian ancestor in Oklahoma, yo. Great.
One second. And how if it's so ancient, is it still educational? Nothing. Why? Because it's newly populated in the 1800s. That's why. That's not the same. That's not the same so-called Africa. This new continent is not. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna lie. I did so many trees I forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot the tree name where I seen the Ethiopian in Oklahoma. I forgot. I haven't. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I also feel like they're lying to us about their total population in Africa to make us feel like that's why Africa is the place where Black people started, because it has the most population of Black folks. But it's like they don't even have census. They didn't even start doing a census, and they still don't have a continent-wide census. And so it's like, how are y'all estimating how many people? There's no definite source. I've been trying to do a video about this and getting a bunch of stuff, but there's no direct sources for like the actual populations. And then they'd be like, there's 50 million or kids that are orphans. Well, if there's 50 million kids, orphans with no birth certificates, how the hell y'all even know they exist? Who counted them? Where'd you count them at? You just walking down the street counting random niggas? I mean, random kids? It's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
my
they have
thing is, how dare them let them white people tell us who we are when them motherfuckers just got over here too. Y'all just got here. Majority of y'all came through Ellis Island in the 1920s, bro.
Facts.
How the hell we gonna let them tell us who we are?
Yeah, I'll be running there. I can't. I love it when they come through. I was like, where your family get here? Oh, they came from Ireland in 1920. Ireland. I was like, what? Who the fuck you colonized?
Right.
Y'all
niggas was running from that famine.
Yeah, you starving like Marvin coming over here. You a buffer class. Get out of here.
Oh my goodness.
You goddamn penal colony descendant. Oh man. Now I got 20 followers. Maybe I need to rant more. I got damn near 20 followers off this live. Maybe I need to rant more. Hold on, I'll be back though, yeah. Oh, hold on. Who sent me that? Hold on, who sent me that? Thank you, nigga. Sent me the Night Star, nigga. my Fulani brother sent me the Night Star. But yeah, hold on, I'll be back, y'all.
I heard what Trump said though. He was talking about them Native Americans. He was like, these don't look like the Indians to me.
Yeah, he be cracking me up.
That's I
Because
don't care what
he
nobody's
been
saying.
saying stuff like that forever. He say little stuff, you know, almost like, hello, I'm trying to tell y'all what it is.
I don't care. I love Trump. Glad I voted for him. I don't care what nobody's saying.
Trump gangster.
He getting them folks out of here.
Point number 2. How in the heck can you be the first in the Americas, but you can be deported? No one can answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard an answer.
So I reposted it. She one of them, and she was like, "You guys have to listen to me." Talking to her fellow natives, and she was like, "You guys are not going to believe this, and we have to start Siberia." She pulled up all the pictures of the costumes and the uniforms and the teepee. All of that came from Siberia, and she was like, "Guys, we're not actually Native American."
They used to be called Native Corporation. They didn't get here to the 1800s. And then when the civil rights was going on, where were they?
Everybody but them.
You know where they were? They were rolling with the colonizers, the same people that you see today, the Nigerians, white tea, natives, all over the world colonizing, not just here. It was going on simultaneously. So they were rolling with them. When I talked to an African elder, he said, I ain't never heard of any of my people being kidnapped, taken. He said, we never learned that. He said who he saw were the ones that call themselves natives. He said he saw them brought in to Africa. And who else did he say? Like only a few, probably original people, meaning the ones from this land. Like literally 18 New Yorkers, royals, women taken to Liberia. He didn't say that part, but that's who was taken. When they took the royal women, because those were the empresses, the pharaohs. Women always were the ones that were the pharaohs and the empresses of the land.
Right. Shout out to the empresses of the land.
That patriarchy shit is white supremacy.
Yeah, we'll do that booty scratching patriarchy. Patriarchy's the booty scratchers.
Yeah. Erasing our women, not erasing, but they don't include our women. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Where's the woman? We came from a rib.
Right. And then they Magdalene out the Bible too, as if she wasn't there riding with Jesus.
That's one of the things that never makes sense. Like, how she come out? The rib. And somebody explain that shit to the T. Or try to explain that shit to the T. Oh, all right, yeah. Whatever.
And how do you come from Africa and know how to cultivate a foreign land?
Right. That'd be my thing too. Like, how the hell niggas just came over? Oh, we gonna plant some watermelon. we gonna plant some we just gonna plant some corn. We just gonna plant some okra. Like, who taught you? Like, you just pulled up. You got taken from West Africa. You got dropped off in goddamn Virginia. You just up and decided to you just up and knew how to plant some goddamn corn. Plant some goddamn watermelon.
Exactly. It's the same thing. It's like, how would they have known how to come back and get the other people on the plantation if they ain't never explored the land before? How you know how to get from Georgia to Philadelphia?
Mm.
The North Star.
You had to have known a pathway somehow, and you wasn't coming fresh off no boat and knew your way around the land.
Right.
And create black soil Kemet with rich crops.
And how come none of us in America eat fufu?
Fufu made out of the shit from here. Fufu is made out of crops from here.
Oh, for real?
And how come the
Yes.
Africans that were still there, how come they didn't know how to cultivate?
But yeah, fufu got what? Tomatoes. Let me look up. Let me make sure. Let me look. It has tomato. I know fufu has tomatoes in it. Fufu ingredients. Fufu ingredients.
Tomatoes. I thought fufu was just that white ball that they use
It
as a
has
spoon.
cassava. Yeah.
Which is from
Tomato,
here.
I
Cassava
think,
is
is-
Cassava is
American.
indigenous to the Americas.
I think
Yeah,
that tomato
cassava.
is the goosey that goose with the fufu. So
Yeah,
like
the
the whole
Ngusi. Yeah, the Ngusi. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah.
what that little white ball is?
No, well, so fufu is a cassava root with plantains. Well, plantains ain't from America, I don't think, but it's not from Africa.
It's from the Americas.
Wait, is plantain from America?
I think so. I heard about it, but I'm not 100%.
I thought it was from Asia or something, but it's not from Africa. Besides the point.
Only food I know that involves plantain is like island food.
Islands, yeah.
I never knew no Asian
Okay,
or no African that
plantains from
said
South
nothing about
America.
no fried plantain.
All right, so but yeah, fufu, it has cassava. So it's that, yeah, fufu is that bowl, but the Ngusi has like tomatoes and stuff in it.
Right. And even the Italian folks, that's our food. Them tomatoes is ours. All that spaghetti lasagna that belonged to us too.
Okay, fufu's cassava. What's y'all never had fried plantains, but I had fried plantains before.
Of course we have.
Of course, yeah. Southeast Asia is funny. Yeah,
Sweet
I've heard Southeast
and
Asia,
salty.
but I've heard America too. So whatever, yo. It's besides, so they eat plantains in Africa, nigga. So
Please, it just don't make sense.
Southeast Asia. That's news to me.
fried plantains with oxtail.
Cowtail.
So crazy. I love oxtail, and my mom is always like, "That's disgusting. Where did you pick that up from?" And I'm like, "Yo, it's so good."
I was about to say, us in mainland be eating oxtails too.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. But she was like, "I never even made those for you. Like, so whose house have you been at to even try this?"
Hey,
Bones.
But it's really not ox because where's the ox?
Exactly. Ox. Right. But they're so good. They're so good. I love plantains with some oxtail. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta learn how to cook some oxtail. I was bold
I'm
when
talking
they
about all
picked
this
some
vegan
up.
shit. I don't even eat yet. Y'all make me do some vegan oxtail.
That's crazy because I'm working on being a vegetarian again. It's just so hard because it's not convenient. Like meat is way more convenient than like having like full vegetarian meals unless you want to do like a salad. But I'm working on it.
All right. That's all. I'm a vegetarian. If you're in Jersey, I cook it in my you cook vegan oxtails? I ain't know. I mean, I know it's a thing. I've seen it before, but
What at in Jersey, girl? Ain't you Haitian? Oh my God.
Can I jump in here for a minute, if you don't mind, to the host?
yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading your title here, and it's like Black people stop claiming to be indigenous, and I was just wondering, I was just wondering what's the theme of your statement.
What's the theme? Do you think Black Americans are indigenous?
I don't think I know.
Oh, you know we're indigenous?
Yeah,
Where you from? Knowledgeable?
I'm from the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm from the tribe of the Caribs.
Oh, nice. But nah,
Sound like us.
But nah, it's I know there's. I just made this title. I do know there's some people that say we should stop claiming to be so blah blah blah.
Okay, because I have always asked the question, pretty much like why we who is indigenous to the Caribbean is not indigenous to this land. It never really makes sense because the faces I know as indigenous in the Caribbean, it's not the same faces I see as indigenous in the Americas, and that is some story that is kind of having me confused a bit. So, I mean,
Well, this is why. Because when they talk about Harriet Tubman being the conductor and helping people that came from Africa escape in an underground railroad, a big part of the lie. All of us are the same people. The people that were taken to the islands, she conducted and took some to the islands and took some of our people, like it was split. Some were taken, I'm just gonna say left and right, what for whatever. So yeah, the people like they never associated Haitians with being indigenous to the Americas or anything like that. And that's the whole thing. When they talk about you only have such and such percentage, quote unquote, Black Americans in the Americas. And that's why. Because they split us up. And then through time you have some of the Caribs, the elders knew, but looking down on us in the Americas, the so-called Black Americans, but we were the same freaking people. The same
If
people.
I recall, Harriet Tubman was a
100%.
spy or something like that.
She what?
I believe she was a spy, but I know she had that
Okay.
shotgun for a reason. She was definitely kidnapping people. It
That's
was an
the shot pew
arresting.
pew.
She
Shot
was
pew pew.
working with Andrew Jackson.
The pew pew or pew pew. Can't really say
Sorry.
the G word. Drop
Yeah.
some fruits in the chat, y'all.
Some fruits.
Some fruit, yeah, some fruit.
Yeah, she was chosen she was chosen to be a conductor under Andrew Jackson. And he started the ACS along with the
half Black himself.
Andrew Jackson?
Yeah.
I didn't read up on Andrew Jackson. I just knew that he started the ACS, the American colonization, when all this removal in the Indian removal and all that stuff happened. And they took our men and put them, the Civil War, and took advantage of our vulnerability. That's when they moved the elders, the women, and the babies off the land. And then that's also when they brought in the Siberians. But we refused to, that war went on a long time.
Indigenous is this your main account?
My who?
Is this your main account?
Yeah.
Okay, because you sound like another girl. Her name is Copper Empress. Y'all sound very similar.
Yeah, I know her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my girl. But girl, we don't sound like she's straight up Southern. I love her. Look, man. Yeah, she got that Southern aggressiveness. Like talk crazy if you want to.
Love seeing her on the panels.
Yeah. Yeah, she from the South. My people from Mississippi, my father's people, they Mississippi and Choctaw. However, he moved north. We moved north. He moved north, and that's where I grew up. In the ancient city of Chicago. Yeah. Really Oklahoma, which I found out later. Duh. I had to look at the family reunion flyer. I never noticed that. Originally Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yeah.
They dumped us in Indian territory on the Trail of Tears. Well, Indian territory stretched out far. I mean, a lot of folks, they didn't go to Oklahoma. They'll stop in Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas.
I should go all the way to Iowa, which I have some family out there too.
Oh yeah, westward expansion. Westward expansion was a motherfucker. Mm-hmm.
And because I was asking my dad, I was like, "How the hell we get all the way out to Iowa?"
Yep, folks. Yeah, folks been migrated. Yeah, that's how folks end up in California, Ohio, Indiana, Iowa, Illinois, Michigan,
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah. But at one point, all of those were the same. They were the same land.
It was all Indian territory.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's why they target Chicago so much. Once I knew better and learned a little bit more, now when I drive around my neighborhood, I see all these ancient buildings, like the cathedral, like the Catholic churches, the cathedrals with these big, beautiful bells. They won't let them ring though. They like cemented into the structure.
That's crazy. That's crazy. They normally took them down to get the copper out of it, and we need to start ringing them bells again. Get them demons out of here.
Man. Yep, they used to always ring around noon. And now, and I never noticed, you don't hear nothing.
As far as I know, all my people who've been in Louisiana, my brother said, since the 1700s. So, yep.
Oh, you're from Louisiana?
Yep. New Orleans.
Part of Louisiana. My dad's from Louisiana.
New Orleans, the West Bank.
Oh, okay. My dad's from Bossier City in Shreveport.
Nice.
New Orleans remind me of like Chicago, far in the far hundreds. They call them the Wild Wild, the hundreds, But that's what New Orleans remind me of, the wild Indians.
Yeah, we still got our Mardi Gras Indians.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
Super Sunday.
All right, tap the screen. Yeah, we got 40K. Let's get 40K likes. Tap the screen if I'm looking handsome tonight. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Oh, nobody's live. This money on. What's up? You can't get on nobody's live, Georgia? You got Alicia. What's up, Alicia? What's up, Zach? What's up, Zach? All right, I got 20 here. I get up. I can get up on Bones. Let me see. Let me invite you up. Oh yeah, you can't get on nobody live. Are you banned or something? You can't get. Oh, you can't get on till the 20th. Yeah. God damn. Yeah, you can't get on. You can't get on multi-guest till the 20th, Georgia. Damn, they got you.
But you want to know how I know the people? Because I was doing some research on like local tribes in the area where I'm from. So I came across this Indian tribe called the Chitamacha. And I was just on their website, just trying to see what they say about themselves. And it was all cool. I like how they admitted that, when they lost their land, some of them was on a reservation and some of them were actually sold into slavery. That's on their website. So if we were in slavery, it wasn't because we came on a boat. It was because we were prisoners of war.
Right.
Literally.
Can anybody request that? Or is it just Georgia? I think he's suspended from Mossy Guest.
I just want to say the sister that just spoke, she's 100% right. I've been saying that for many years based on my studies, and we are prisoners of war. They just take us from one territory to the next. You know, that's all. And when they first came over here and they started slaughtering our people, like all in Mexico, all around those territories there, that's how they get to find out all the format of the Caribbean, how the Caribbean was laid out, because they came pretty much like how they always came, like Vikings. You know what I mean? They just follow the tribe to the neighboring islands and so on, you know, trace them and, you know, continue their slaughter. You know what I mean? This is we have to understand we're dealing with barbarians here. You know, we're not dealing with ordinary people, you know, like ourselves. You know, so just felt that I need to throw that out there still because, you know, I mean, the history is in the Caribbean. If we actually go and do a little research, we might be amazed of what we find out, you know?
Mm. They are human. Hey, no one's.
Well, thanks for
LA,
calling
what's
me
up,
up.
LA?
I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna lay down for the night.
All right, thank you,
All right.
appreciate you.
Good
Hey,
night.
how you doing, LA or La? How y'all doing? Anybody wants to come up, feel free. If not, oh yeah, I gotta let y'all. I forgot to let y'all know. I got a demo up for the app. If y'all want to look at it, just DM me if y'all interested. Should say that shit earlier. I'm gonna make a post about it later or tomorrow or something like that. What's up, Sneak? Rolling days, 7 days, dropping like it's hot.
Also, when I was on that website, I know the people who made the website are not the people of the land because they was like, oh, you know, they was like, we got some recipes. Y'all want some recipes? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I want some, you know, Native American Louisiana recipes. Hell fucking yeah. Man, I was so disappointed. Oh my God.
What they have on there?
Man, don't get me wrong. I like grits more than anybody, but damn, it was just like corn grits and man, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they didn't have no crawfish, no alligator, no shrimp, no oysters. And I'm like, no
All
okra,
right, good night,
nothing,
dog.
nothing native to the land, nothing of the land. And I'm like,
Well,
besides
good.
grits. And I'm like, everybody got grits. I was like, man, something ain't right. I'm like, you know what? These people ain't my
No
people.
hush
They don't
puppies.
belong here.
They ain't no hush puppies on there.
Nah, I don't even like hush puppies. I can't get jiggy with that.
Anyone's business how people identify. Sure. They have no gumbo now.
Nah,
They didn't
no
put the
gumbo,
sassafras with the gumbo now.
no jambalaya,
No jambalaya. Damn.
nothing of the sort. Not even a po' boy.
Damn. I ain't a po' boy. Did
Yeah,
they
they
have
had
any
corn in
cornbread?
there, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but mm, I feel like it was a what it called? Not like a cover up. It just wasn't theirs. You know what I'm saying? They claiming this because how of all the places in the world we got the most. I ain't gonna say the most unique, but it's very unique cuisine. Very unique in New Orleans, and they ain't got
Right.
not one staple. They ain't say nothing about the Holy Trinity. I'm like, okay.
So I guess I'll end the live here. Then somebody before I get off. Mario actually has slanted eyes, Jay.
Slanted. Like
Like Asiatic eyes.
do they look like a hat? Not a hashtag, a slash? No, no.
No way.
Um, no. I have
But
almond eyes, if anything. Almond eyes.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
look, yeah,
people
that's
tell
what
me.
Yeah, that's what she said basically.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna wrap the live up here for y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate y'all listening to me go.